Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. Your breaker for tonight's show.
Oh my God.
Likes long walks on the beach, candlelight dinners in his Patrick Mahomes jersey,
None are better than this one, the best quarterback in the world,
Oh, there
Patrick
he is.
Mahomes.
and staring at the messy posters over his bed, it's Common and Chev.
Hello and welcome to Ultimate Autographs. Common and Jeff here with Steven Ryan. Ultimate Autographs Country. Let's ride, Steven.
Don't take the mantra.
Breaking news, Russell Wilson is a giant. Look for those Russell Wilson giant helmets to come into the break room soon. But more importantly, look for the moment. Live in the moment is the quote that I hear, Steven. There's a Tom Brady Michigan Speed Flex valued at about $3,000 available in that college. We got a pairing up. There's one in the new series, one in the old. Then there's a 2 and 2 in the quad. So you guys have a chance to get a Tom Brady Speed Flex for under $200 when it's valued at about $3,000, Steven. That is a hashtag bargain. We're looking at 23 boxes left in the diamonds, 9 total headliners, a 7 photo to insane Randy Moss two-tone chrome flex. There's a Jerome Bettis ghost chrome flex in there. The vault has a 4 and 7 chance at a headliner. The can't miss minis and jerseys have a lot of big names: Peyton Manning, Joe Montana, Troy Aikman, just to name a few. Rep personals are wide open. Still got an Urlacher on that practice squad and an authentic. Got a lot of good minis, jerseys. Everything is good. I can't wait to get started. How are you doing on this terrific Tuesday night?
Absolutely fantastic, Common. Like you said, Tom Brady back in the room in that college series, ladies and gentlemen. Go and get your spots. College is one of the more difficult items to get in memorabilia.
Sure.
So this is the time to take advantage. A lot of different unique, right? I like to say this, right? We deal with the 32 teams in the NFL. We see them quite regularly. College, there's a lot more teams involved, and there's a lot more cool looking helmets, in my opinion, in the standard sets.
And they're absolutely iconic, guys. A lot of great college helmets. I'll go over those here in a little bit. I'll get started, though, with our randomizer first. 2 virtual dice looking for 6 or higher on the dice roll. How about 3 and a 5? 8, my lucky number. And you know what, Steven? Let's have some fun. We got a pairing up. We have a college up. Let's go ahead and make the college the auto chase. Why not?
Sounds good to me.
There's a Tom Brady in there, a little bonus incentive to get the Brady. Why not making college the chase for our 6 p.m. show here, guys? We do have 1 mini personal, which we'll do here soon. But first, let's give these guys a tour of the Ultimate Autographs live break page. A little tour of what we got going on, starting with the college series. So there's a pairing in the quad box. There's 2 new, 2 old. The brand new series, Steven, I believe out of 30. Is that correct?
That is out of 30. Yes,
out
sir.
of 30. So actually, let me update the ticker here. College, I'll put the new out of 30. And then the old one has 5 numbers left. Still got a Bo Nix and a Myles Garrett Authentic. The new set, we're looking at, holy moly, that is 11 photoed headliners out of 30 boxes. Some big names in here. You guys will see in the listing what's rep, what's authentic. It is a mixer, but all the photoed headliners, guess what? They're all authentic, Steven. No photoed replica helmets in here. All these are authentic. Mike Evans on that clean camo. Remember him and Johnny Manziel? Those guys were something else at A&M.
They really were.
Eddie George, a Heisman Trophy winner at Ohio State on that Eclipse-looking helmet. Bo Nix, one of the best quarterbacks out of the young rookie class in the NFL. Former Oregon Duck star, that yellow, the green helmet there, very clean. Lawrence Taylor on the classic UNC, maybe the best defensive player ever. Terrell Davis for Georgia. Ray Lewis in that clean Miami 305 with the turnover chain. We have a ripped Adrian Peterson Speedflex. I've never seen one just like this. This is a black.
Nuts.
It looked like a purple, blackish Minnesota Viking ripped into the Boomer Sooner, Oklahoma Sooner white. One of the best running backs, both in the pros and college. Now he's, probably top 5 all-time NFL running back, if not just outside it. You pair the college and pro career both, I would say, without question, top 5 running back to ever play the game all day, Adrian Peterson. Very clean. Speaking of running backs, the best running back, at least this last season, Saquon Barkley on the Speedflex. That is absolutely clean. Love me some Barkley. Then we got that Jerome Bettis. I love that Clover. The matte blue, the Clover, very clean on that Jerome Bettis. We got ourselves some more heat. A.J. Brown on the Ole Miss Speedflex. Super Bowl champion teammate of Saquon Barkley's. Then we got the Baker Mayfield Speedflex as well. Boomer Sooner. ESPN had an article that came out recently, Steven, that ranked him the number 2 college quarterback of all time. That's how good Baker Mayfield was with Oklahoma. And then we do have ourselves the awesome Tom Brady Michigan Speedflex. Again, this is worth around $3,000 for Tom Brady. Get this for less than $200. I know he's more well known for his pro career. We don't get a lot of Michigan Brady, and that is where it all started with Tom Brady on the Michigan Wolverines.
Pretty sure he won some big bowl games for Michigan back in the late 90s.
Right?
So I know, the career at Michigan wasn't as glorious as what he turned out to be in the pros, but still a very, very special career. It started somewhere.
Speaking of special college careers, in my opinion, the best career ever for a college running back, Ricky Williams, just a secondary guy. Zach Thomas, Texas Tech and Miami Dolphin linebacker. DeAndre Hopkins will be a Clemson lid, one of the best receivers of the last 10 years. Jalen Carter, Georgia Bulldog, Super Bowl champion. He's actually won a championship 3 of the last 4 years. Back-to-back with Georgia, 1 year without winning with the Eagles, then he won again with Philly this last year. Then, of course, Sauce Gardner, that would be a Cincinnati lid. 15 and 30 chance at a headliner in the new one. Then the old one does have Bo Nix still left, Myles Garrett, the defensive star. 5 boxes left, 2 headliners in the old one. It is 2 new, 2 old. And just to show you guys real quick how we're going to run this, because this is something we haven't done in the college, the pairing. We're going to have the same spots. We're going to randomize you guys once. For example, in the quad, we have the old college. So whoever gets randomized the top spot would then get the top spot in the new series as well. So Purdue, Michigan, and UCLA, top spot in the old one. Then the new one will also get Michigan, Texas Tech, and Syracuse in the new college. So hopefully that makes sense for you guys on the way that college pairing works. Once you guys see it, you'll know it. You'll see exactly how it works. It is pretty darn simple. Michigan, Tom Brady, Speedflex in the house. Vault break is down to 7 boxes left. We got 4 total headliners. Micah Parsons on the Authentic. Maybe the best Cowboy player today. Certainly the most vocal Cowboy player these days, Steven. You can find him all over the interweb saying whatever the heck is on his mind. But hey, this guy does back it up with his play. One of the best pass rushers in the league. Very, very popular player. Very, autographed. That's very well known. Cowboy fans will give you a lot for that Micah Parsons.
Not afraid to share his opinion, no doubt about it.
All right. Speaking of all-time, defensive stars, Julius Peppers, top 5 all-time for official sacks on that clean Carolina Panther lid. And then we do have Justin Jefferson, the full-size rep, maybe the best receiver in the league, came or Jamar Chase. Take a pick. You can't go wrong with either.
Really quick comment in some more breaking news fashion.
Not Russell Wilson news?
Not Russell Wilson news. Free agent wide receiver Stephon Diggs has reached an agreement on a 3-year, $69 million deal with the New England Patriots.
There you go.
$26 million guaranteed.
Got to get Drake May some help.
You got to help him out, right?
We'll get those Diggs Patriot lids in the room, I'm sure, at some point soon. We do have a secondary headliner, Derwin James, terrific defensive player, plus one more vault key, which is a $200 gift card, plus the helmet. So 3 and 7 chance at a photo headliner, 5 and 7 at a headliner, secondary headliner, or a vault key. Diamond helmets, perhaps, along with the college. The best bet in the break room tonight. Look at this two-tone purple and gold chrome Speed Flex Randy Moss. The chrome helmet's my absolute favorite, Steven. That is the most talented receiver ever. That lid in the ballpark of $1,500, maybe upwards of $2,000. It is beautiful on that Randy Moss. Cannot wait to see that straight cash homie lid in the break room. Speaking of chromes, how about a ghost chrome of my favorite Pittsburgh Steeler of all time? Many Steelers fans' favorite. It is the bust, Jerome Bettis. Sick-looking autograph, sick-looking helmet. Come and get that bust. Remember, guys, all authentics in the diamonds, authentic or better. There's no replicas, no nothing like that. All autographed, authenticated, full-size authentic helmets. Moss and Bettis are the 2 chrome flexes, but a lot of other good stuff left in here. Kurt Warner on a Cardinal Speed Flex. This gentleman has the #1 all-time record for playoff passing yards per game.
Yeah.
People talk about system quarterbacks. This guy was great with the Rams, great with the Cardinals, briefly with the Giants prior to Eli Manning as well. Kurt Warner, an absolute beast. Not bad for a guy that was, out of college working at Hy-Vee at one point.
That's true.
Bagging groceries and then chucking footballs in the National Football League, the great Kurt Warner. Speaking of greats, TJ Watt, in my opinion, the best defensive player in the NFL. Steeler fans, you snag that Jerome Bettis lid in that $1,500 range or more. You tack on the TJ Watt authentic, you're looking at north of $2,000, maybe upwards of $2,500 in value if you find the right person, just for $192, I believe, the double,
Yes,
which is a bargain and a half, Steven. We got a lot of other good stuff in this Diamond series. We have that beautiful Andre Johnson flash, one of the best receivers of all time. The Bo Nix Matt White authentic, the talented rookie. His autograph value is only going to go up. And then, of course, George Kittle on that slate. Very, very popular guy among the NFL tight ends, Mr. George Kittle. Couple secondary headliners, defensive Hall of Famers, Brian Urlacher and Brian Dawkins. A lot of good stuff here in the Diamond helmets. Practice squad is down to 6 boxes left. We got 2 headliners still in play. Mad Max Crosby. Speaking of defensive stars, we have all the best pass rushers.
That's true.
We have Myles Garrett in the old college. We have Max Crosby in the practice squad. We have TJ Watt in the Diamonds. And we have Micah Parsons currently in the vault. So if you want a pass rusher, we got you guys covered. We have still the authentic for Brian Urlacher, that classic bear with the Hall of Fame inscription. One of the best linebackers ever. Only 6 boxes left. 2 headliners to go in the excessive celebration practice squad. Went over the vault earlier. 4 and 7 chance at a headliner. Only 5 to go in that single. And then the minis. This is the can't miss minis and jerseys. Think of it this way. We know authentic helmets are worth the most money, Steven, right? The diamonds are all authentic. Think of it this as the mini version of the authentics for the jerseys and minis. I know Dom always says, why does he like the diamonds so much? Not only because of all authentic helmets, he likes it because of all the good names, right? Mm-hmm. You're guaranteed to get a good name in the standard jerseys and minis. You might get a filler. And the can't miss jerseys and minis, they're all massive names. Names like 3-time Super Bowl champion, Cowboy legend Troy Aikman, Jamar Chase, Mr. Triple Crown on that Bengal jersey, Jerry Rice, the GOAT receiver on the mini, Peyton Manning, top 3 quarterback probably of all time on that Bronco eclipse. Joe Montana, another top 5 quarterback ever. Kurt Warner, speaking of Hall of Fame quarterbacks in the Cardinal jersey. We got Megatron, one of the best receivers ever. TJ and JJ Watt. The Watt brothers on those minis. What a great brother combo. Probably the best combo of brothers. I'm thinking about like most dominant at their position, because obviously Peyton and Eli, quarterback is more important. Can you think of a better set of brothers across all of sports that's as good as TJ and JJ? Because they were both number 1 in their position for an extended period of time. No doubt about that. I can't think of a better brother combo. I mean, the Kelseys are close. Travis and Jason's the only one that I could really put up there with them in terms of just sheer dominance in what you do. The Mannings are the most popular. They're the most valuable because they're quarterbacks, but Eli was never the best quarterback at a given time. You're looking at brother combos?
Yeah.
And doesn't have to be just football. If you have another sports team.
I'm trying to do professional sports.
Okay.
Because I know, like,
You had
for
the
example.
Molinas in baseball.
Yeah, Molina, but the Alus.
The Alus.
I know the Moises' like dad. They were
we
all
had
played
father
together.
And son, the Bonds and the Griffeys.
Yeah, but no, that's father son.
Brother combos, I don't know. Bosa's really good as well. What's up, Tanya? What's up, Clapping Cheeks? Hey, Charles, what's going on, guys? I don't know. The Watts are pretty
Ronde
good.
and Tiki, they're not as
Yeah,
good.
that's
They're
pretty
good.
good.
They're good, but they're
That's
not
pretty
as
good.
good as those guys, I'd say.
I'm just saying, TJ and JJ have
Shannon
been
and Sterling are in the Hall of Fame now.
Yeah, the Sharps. So either way, both Watts are in here. So is Roger Staubach on that slate, the Hall of Fame quarterback, the best looking auto in the game, Curtis Martin, and then of course AJ Brown in that Eagle jersey. Secondary headliners: Michael Strahan, Jared Allen, AJ Green. We're down to 27 boxes left, 16 headliners total. You guys do the math. 16 and 27 at a headliner. That is pretty good.
I would say so, right?
That is pretty darn good, to say the least, and the can't miss. We still have the jerseys. The normal jerseys are up as well. Brian Dawkins, AJ Green, Randall Cunningham. I love this Gale Sayers jersey as a Bears fan. That is unique. The Kansas Comet, an absolute legend. The retro Patriot jersey, Ty Law. And here's one I like as well, Steven. Anquan Bolden on the Ravens jersey.
Ooh, nice.
So that is 6 headliners in the final 18 jersey boxes. And then, of course, we have the normal minis in here, which are still loaded. Really loaded for Rams and Viking fans in particular, Steven. You can get the Jared Verse and Marshall Faulk double up in the NFC West for $50, 2 autographed mini helmets. And how about Viking fans? Justin Jefferson, Jared Allen, plus a secondary headliner, Jordan Addison. That NFC North spot is coming in hot. Also, NFC South spot, we got a Warren Sapp secondary headliner, and we have a DJ Moore secondary headliner. 7 headliners and 14 minis left, guys, in that mini break. But the best helmets right now in the room, hands down, number 1 is the Tom Brady Speed Flex, worth about $3,000 in the college. Then number 2, I got to go. The second and third best helmets for me right now are both in the diamonds. I would say between the Bettis and the Moss. I'm going to lean Moss. What do you think? Which helmet is better, the Moss or the Bettis?
I'm more pertinent to Randy Moss.
Okay.
One of my favorite players of all time to watch.
But what helmet looks cooler?
I would still say the Randy Moss. I'm a sucker for the color.
There's 2 tones to it.
Yeah, the 2 tones
I
to
agree,
it.
Steven.
Is that yellow ink too on there? Like that's
that's cool.
an excellent touch in my opinion.
I think it's white ink, but it almost looks like yellow. I guess we gotta pull it and find out for sure.
It might be white. You're right.
We gotta pull it and find out for sure.
Right.
So we do have the mystery box tab open as well. You guys can get the minis, jerseys as personals, also the replica helmets. I believe all of these are out there. Look at that Cardinal Rave on there, the Kurt Warner amp. We have so many good ones. Ricky Williams, Smoke Weed Every Day. So that's the rep helmets. They're all available. And we do have the headliner package. 1 mini, 1 jersey, 1 rep, 1 authentic, 4 autographed items, $1849.99 for those items. So attack that break page, guys. Get those spots. But before we get rolling on breaks, I do have a question for a customer, Steven.
Yes.
And that customer would be Blake Smiley. Are you out there, Blake? You have a mini personal, sir. We're more than happy to knock it out, Blake. Let me know on that mini personal, good sir. Blake. Tanya, good to be back. How's everyone doing in the chat tonight? You know how I know we're going to pull the Jerome Bettis helmet tonight, Steven? There's 36 people watching.
Yeah.
It's
There you
meant to
go.
be.
Yeah, that
Number
is fitting.
36, it's meant to be. So, guys, get those spots. Let me know what you want to break here today. But definitely going to do some college, going to do some diamonds, a lot of good stuff to get into. I'm looking at ESPN. I know I mentioned it at the top of the show. $21 million for Russell Wilson. One-year deal. Not bad for him. $10.5 million guaranteed. So definitely, I think he'll be happy with Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors will be happy with him.
Yes.
Russell Wilson is not the guy he was, but he is better than a lot of the guys they've had in recent years.
And I think they got a solid backup, too, in Jameis Winston, right?
Yeah, exactly. Famous Jameis. So that's the big breaking news out of the NFL today. Russell Wilson, a giant. I'm here. It's Blake. All right, Blake. Well, give me a number, my man. Number scrolling at the bottom of the ticker. Right here, I'll do my best weatherman impression. Those are our mini numbers available. Drop me one of those numbers for your mini person. Also, Blake, let me know what team you like, my man. Mr. Smiley. And everyone else out there, guys, what would you like to break?
That's the question.
I'll drop the live break page link. He says, let's go Earl Campbell, which I'm guessing is box 34. I think that's code for box 34. That one is on the ticker, Steven.
Unfortunately, Earl's not in the series.
Yeah, but I'm guessing he's going with the Earl Campbell number. So we can do 34. You know what Earl Campbell could actually be a filler hit? The can't miss jerseys and minis.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
possible. Oh, 31 Colts? Okay, I thought Earl Campbell was 34. Or is he just wants Earl Campbell? But Earl Campbell is not there anymore.
Yeah.
I see. So 31 will do. Okay, 31 works.
All right, sounds good.
He's a Colts fan. Okay. We got a lot of good Colts in the break room. A lot of Peyton Manning. We've had a lot of Dwight Freeney recently. That might not even be a photo headliner. Could be hanging out. So there's always good Colts options. Frank Gore appears on the Colts a lot. Of late, we've had Anthony Richardson as a filler in our breaks. So we got a lot of good Colts stuff for sure. A lot of good Colts stuff. All right, 31 in the play clock mini. 31 out of 40. This is a secondary headliner and a great one at that. Warren Sapp on the
Nice.
Eclipse Mini.
Oh, my gosh.
Probably the best defensive tackle before Aaron Donald. Guy's so good, Steven. He was part of the 1990s and 2000s All-Decade team. Bunch of Pro Bowls, a former depoy. Really, defensive tackles didn't really get sacks. And then Warren Sapp made it possible. The guy almost had 100 sacks in his career as a D tackle on that awesome Bucks defense. Also played with the Raiders at one point. 7-time Pro Bowler, 4-time All-Pro. Very nice mini on the Eclipse. Warren Sapp. Nice hit, says King MC. Woohoo, says Tanya. Sapp Attack, says Blake Smiley. Yes, indeed. What a fun personality the great Warren Sapp is. Nice job,
that's
Blake.
a great hit right there.
Very, very nicely done, my man. Blake Smiley, a lot to smile about with this Warren Sapp. Isn't he part of Deion Sanders' Colorado
I
coaching
believe
staff?
he is. I believe he's coaching the D line.
It's a good guy to coach the D line.
They also picked up Byron Leftwich as
former
well to add to
Jaguar
their staff.
quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, getting all the former NFL players, Mr. Prime Time. I know I see Michael Irvin lurking around the sideline sometimes out there in Miami. Do see Ray Lewis lurking as well. Ray Lewis available in that new college series, the Clean Miami 305 lid. Have to try at least once for Sayers. Been a couple days. How could you not? The second Bears running back, the second best Bears running back of all time, Gale Sayers. I'll put it this way, Steven. For most franchises, Gale Sayers is the #1 running back of all time. For the Bears, Walter Payton played there as well. So he's #2 for the Bears.
The Kansas Comet.
Right? Speaking
Not
of
Walter.
Speaking
Gale
of
Sayers.
#1, I'm curious to get your take on this question because I asked Latino Heat this question last Wednesday, Steven. And this obviously is not limited to you. It's also going to go out to the chat. And this is a very, very hard question. It's a very loaded question, Steven. It's one of those questions where I'm not sure there's a wrong answer to.
Okay.
But I'm very curious to get your take. The 46 people watching as well, curious to get your take on this question as well. Better sports career. You can only pick one. Tom Brady. We have him in that Michigan Speed Flex, $3,000+ helmet. Or Michael Jordan. Tom Brady or Michael Jordan. You can only pick one, Steven. You are a Chicago fan and a Bulls fan. I'll preface that if you do go the Jordan route. Isn't that tough?
It's not tough in a certain sense for me.
Okay, well, go ahead. What's that sense?
I mean, I'm going to take Jordan.
You're going to take
And
Jordan?
it's not
Okay.
even because of the, I'm a Bulls fan and all that other stuff.
Sure.
It's just, it is physically demanding to play basketball, but it is definitely less physically tolling than what Brady went through.
Sure.
Like what Brady had to do every, year,
right?
all that stuff. Jordan played less years than that, and they're basically on the same level. So give me Jordan's career
Jordan's career.
in that sense.
So, yeah,
But I think the popularity of Brady would surpass Jordan because of just how powerful like the NFL is.
Sure.
And how much everyone loves the NFL. But I'm cool with Jordan's career.
I'm still wriggling with that question because I look at prime Michael Jordan and I think to myself, I mean, in his prime, he was hands down the best player in the NBA for many years. Should have had a lot more than 5 MVPs, which he got. Now, Tom Brady, without question, regular season, postseason, the best quarterback. But there was many seasons where Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, I mean, Manning had 5 MVPs, Brady had 3.
Right.
So Brady, in some ways, was not as dominant in his time as Jordan was. But then I could also argue the other side of it. You know me, I'm a longevity guy. Brady was playing well into his 40s. Michael Jordan at 40 was still good, but he wasn't a top 5 player in the league with the Wizards. Whereas Brady was a top 2 or 3 quarterback in his 40s winning Super Bowls, for example. So it's a very tough question for sure.
Do I get the off-field life too?
Well, they both had marital issues. So do you want their off-field life?
I mean, do I want it? No.
I know Brady had a run for a while.
But I'm just saying, sometimes you got to take the cookie with the calories.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So,
So if you could check Will's order number when you get a second, Steve. I don't know if you saw that comment. Jake, we went over it earlier. Diggs to the Patriots. Yep, getting Drake May some help. Jordan says Tanya, 6-time NBA champion, 6-time Finals MVP, 5-time MVP. I mean, I think Brady had 7 titles and also 6 MVPs in the Super Bowl. I believe it's 6 MVPs for him. Now, MJ had 5 MVPs, Brady had 3. So Brady did need to retire halfway through his career either, says Jake. So that is true.
Jordan chose to retire.
Yeah, King says Brady only because Brady played longer and holds most records at his position, which is, again, the longevity argument definitely would favor Tom Brady.
Real quick, William Hawkins, that one has not broken yet. It's 5 to go.
Which one is that?
It's the vault single.
The vault single is not broken yet, Will. That bad boy going down tonight. You could even be landing a Julius Peppers, a Jay Jettas, or a Micah Parsons. So let's get that done tonight. Our man Will. So talking about Brady, talking about Jordan, 2 of the best athletes of all time. Michael Jordan not currently in the break room, but Tom Brady is. We got 7 to go in that college double box. Let's see that Brady tonight, man.
Yeah, I want to see that.
$178. You can land in the Michigan spot and snag yourself Tom Brady. So that's a beautiful speed flex. Michigan Wolverines. Kind of crazy to think about. He was not even for sure a starter at Michigan. Drew Henson, who played baseball, at one point played ahead of Brady. It was right around that time. There was remember Brian Greasy won a championship with Michigan, I think just after Brady, I believe it was, or just before in that same era. So this guy was not the undisputed guy at Michigan. Really like a proof of a guy that just got better and better and better as he went along, Tom Brady. He was a 6th-round pick. You would have never thought this kid out of Michigan would have done what he did. He's had probably, I mean, not probably, let's be honest, definitely the best late round pick in all of sports history.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
Because like you think about the all-time greats, Michael Jordan was a
Top
third
5 pick.
overall pick.
They're all top 5 picks, I
You
think.
know, I'm thinking of who's like the best baseball player. Griffey was a first pick.
Yep.
Barry Bonds, pretty high, I believe. I know Mike Piazza was a late draft pick, but he's not like all-time.
Yeah, he's not like
great.
overwhelming, you know. Who's the guy? Barry Bonds? I want to see what. I wonder where
Yeah,
he was
what pick
picked.
was Barry Bonds?
He went in the second round.
Because that's a steal as well in its
Yeah.
own right.
Now
But
there's
not
like
the sixth
45
round.
rounds, but
Not
yeah,
the 6th round though, right?
no, I would agree with that. I mean, the second closest late round pick in that sense is probably Nikola Jokic,
Yes.
and he's not even
Second round pick.
even like close to Brady.
Yes.
and that pedestal. I
We
know
also
they're different
didn't
sports.
start as fast as Brady because Jokic, I think, is going to be probably top 10 all time. But this first 3 or 4 years took a little bit.
You
Tom
need that-
Brady's first 3 or 4 years, he was winning championships.
Brady had a really nice boost.
Yes.
There's no doubt about that.
He won right off the bat, Tom Brady, on that beautiful Michigan Speed Flex. Again, we get a lot of Tom Brady helmets in the break room, Steven. We don't get a lot of Michigan Tom Brady helmets.
That's
That
true.
one is considerably more rare in our break room, Michigan Tom Brady. So we got EJ jumping in the diamonds. Thank you, EJ. Elijah's jumping in the diamonds as well, which you know why Elijah's in there. He's a Viking fan. Randy Moss Chrome Flex. Ryan McCall's getting in the jersey break. Thank you, Rye. We have Rudy Whalen is in here. Rudy got in that college double, wants that Tom Brady speed flex. Blake got that mini personal to Warren Sapp. So these guys getting in here during the 6 p.m. hour. Who's going to get the party rolling here, guys? Once we get into a couple of these college boxes, you guys will see what the series is all about. The college. Tiny says NBA Rookie of the Year as well, which is, you know, of all of Jordan's accomplishments, he does have better ones, but he'll take NBA Rookie of the Year.
The games, basketball and football are really, really different, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like the singular impact of the right player in basketball literally wins you championships.
That's what Jordan did.
Literally wins you championships.
That's what Jordan did. Well,
Football-
you're one of 5 guys. In football, you're one of 11. Although, you want to talk about
And
singular.
then you got to depend. But then you got to depend.
Well,
on,
actually,
on another
technically,
set of 11.
One of 22.
So
and then you
say-
want to go special teams, one of 33. You want to count the kicker and the
There's
punter.
a lot more moving parts.
Yeah, there's a lot
involved
going
in
on.
football.
A lot going on.
Again, the timing for Brady really, really did work out.
Look at Elijah using all those SIG Club points. There we go,
Mm-hmm.
Elijah.
That's going to put that practice squad to 3 to go.
Brady was drafted in the MOP. I don't see anything about Jordan being drafted in the pros. I mean, he was
He
the
played,
third
though.
pick in the NBA draft. He did play some
play in
minor league
baseball.
baseball, which, you know, 200 batting average for a guy who hadn't played since high school is pretty good, Steven.
I don't know if you remember
good
the
old
dream,
Double-A.
the not the dream team, but the Last Dance.
I remember
Terry
the last
Francona
name.
was his manager.
Yeah,
He said he would have been good. Like if he kept with it,
sure.
he would have caught up. So
Sure. They say hitting a curveball when you never faced a major league level curveball in high school. So,
No.
that is something very hard. Just ask your boy Javi Baez how hard it's to hit that, Steven.
Oh God.
It's very tough.
Oh,
It is
Javi.
very, very tough. Now I want to watch The Last Dance and I want to watch Space Jam as well. So
Both excellent motion
both
pictures.
excellent. I'm gonna start that Olympic documentary on Netflix. I have it down for either Thursday or Friday.
Nice.
My fiance is going out of town this weekend, going to Nashville to visit her friend and her cousin. So I'm gonna have a lot of free time, Steven.
It's a
which
good
I'm
one.
Gonna,
It's
I'm gonna
a-
put the good use.
Luckily, the Olympics doc is only like 4 episodes.
Okay.
It's pretty quick.
I'll probably
it's straightforward.
I'll probably get back to you next Tuesday and tell you what I think.
yeah,
'cause
exactly.
It'll be over.
You'll like it. It's not.
So
Yeah, I loved it.
I mean, Steph and LeBron, two of my favorites.
I also just love the Serbian national team.
Jokic and the boys.
Yeah, but like they're just literally Jokic and the boys, and they're just happy to be there, and they're just partying,
I love
and
that.
they're just getting hammered, and it's just awesome.
Having a good time.
Exactly, they're just vibing.
Speaking of good time, 2 spots to go in the practice squad. 2 spots to go in the practice squad.
Let's get her done. Let's get her done, ladies and gentlemen.
We got a Brian Urlacher authentic. I know we're talking about MJ. Here's another awesome Chicago athlete. I mean, right after Michael Jordan left, retired, left Chicago, there was a void in sports. You know, it was briefly filled by Sammy Sosa. Then later on, D. Rose came on the scene. But Brian Urlacher was one of the most popular guys in the city of Chicago in that post-Jordan era. A guy that gave us hope for Chicago sports, Steven. Awesome linebacker. A guy that played all over the place in college. If you guys look up his, football reference, look up his Wikipedia, look up like Brian Urlacher stories.
Yeah.
This dude in New Mexico played like safety. He played, I think he was tight end, wide receiver, running back. He was a kick and punt returner. I mean, the guy was like, he was athlete. That was his position,
right.
Brian Urlacher. Only 6 boxes left. $49 for an Urlacher Authentic is very, very nice. Not to mention the Max Crosby jersey, speaking of defense. All right, so Charles is lowering his Bryce Harper bet to $600 instead of $900. All right, Charles, might get some more bites. You'll like it, says Tanya. Sounds like Tanya watched you're talking about the Olympic documentary, Tanya? Because I definitely want to watch that. I mean, you know me, Steven. Steph Curry is one of my all-time favorite athletes. I also like LeBron a lot, and I like Jokic a lot. So that has me written all over it for sure. So 48 of you guys watching, who's going to make some moves here? The good old-fashioned Spider-Man meme. I know we do have this practice squad single coming up soon. 2 spots to go. Otherwise, looking at 5-6 spots in a lot of these breaks. $192, 6 spots to go in the Diamond Double. This is one I will definitely get after, guys. I mean, apart from the Michigan Brady Flex, Steven, I would say all the best stuff is in this break. Randy Moss on that Chrome Flex. Jerome Bettis in the Chrome Flex. You can also double up in here. I mean, we're saying that Bettis is worth $1,500 to $2,000. Same for the Moss. You can pair Bettis with TJ Watt. And you can pair Moss with the secondary headliner, Brian Urlacher.
Right.
You can also pair the Kurt Warner Flex with the George Kittle in the NFC West. There's a lot of options for you guys here in the play-action diamonds.
Lots of options. Well, let's do that practice squad, Common.
We're talking about practice?
I am in this instance.
All right, we're talking about practice. And yep, says Tanya, I definitely will check it out. I've been watching Severance here recently. That show was wild.
I've heard.
It is like wildly good.
Okay.
Like disturbing, weird, but in a good way. But
Okay.
Also a bad way.
I've heard.
Yes.
Not conflicting. I've heard it's just really good, but I've also heard that exact sentiment as well.
Yes.
That it's wild.
It takes about 3 to 4 episodes to get into it. I warn you.
Okay.
But it is really, really crazy.
I will gauge that. But
Okay. Practice squad is coming up. We got Joshua George.
That might be a 20 years from now show.
I got you, Steven. I got you. All I got to say is we don't sever anybody here at Ultimate Autographs. You can keep your work and home life balance otherwise,
Oh,
Steven.
God. Okay.
Isn't
Ben Wyatt in that?
Ben Wyatt's in it. He's a very different character for sure. Practice squad single number 1. Go ahead and drop me a box number. I know why Steven Plecky's in here. Big time Bear Down fan looking for the Urlacher. We got Joshua George, Troy Sorensen, Elijah Rodriguez, and Michael Convey. Elijah says, Wheel. I believe you're already in that break, Elijah, but make sure you get that Randy Moss flex tonight, Mr. Rodriguez. Viking Nation fan. Watching Paradise right now, says Tanya. I've not seen that one, Tanya, but definitely, is it good? Or is she just referring to how much fun our show is, Steven? It's Paradise.
Could be.
We are Paradise in the break room. Practice squad. I'll pull up I'll put the picker on here. We have only 6 boxes left in the practice squad. Let's see here. We got 13, 16, 17, and 25 to 27. What's up, Jacom? We got one of Jacom's favorite players, my favorite 49er, currently in the NFL, Steven, George Kittle in those diamonds. He's just so cool, George Kittle.
Right.
Like, I want to just have a beer with that dude. Just hang out with him,
Pretty
right?
much. That's the
dude
vibe.
is awesome.
That is the vibe he gives off, no doubt.
Skull excited for the new defensive line, says Elijah. Vikings adding some D-line help, which will go a long way. Got to get some O-line help, too, though. I got to say, Sam Darnold was on his butt in that playoff game against the Rams.
26.
26. Crazy, it'll catch you by the end of the first episode, says Tanya. Paradise is really good, says Chris Ripka. What platform is that one on? Paradise. I hate to say it, Steven. I'm on all the platforms. I'm one of those guys that's paying extra money for stuff he probably shouldn't be paying for.
Well, I'm getting something from my cousin here.
Yeah.
In a week or so.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever heard, it's called the C box or V box. Or
What is
something
that?
like
That sounds great.
Apparently, I have to test it out.
Okay.
But for a pretty nominal one-time purchase of like $300-400,
Yeah.
it gives you everything.
Okay.
Like the company pays for all those services,
Okay. Make
and
note
like
of that.
and you use their server to watch
Okay.
the channel. So I'll let you know how it goes. But
All right. Sounds good.
I'm like, yeah, I'm intrigued for
Yeah,
that price.
I'm intrigued.
For the one-time price, absolutely.
8 clicks. We got 5, 6, 7, and 8 in the practice squad. Elijah Rodriguez looking for Brian Urlacher. NFC North. I do have Hulu. I have the Hulu, Disney, and ESPN Plus bundle. So I do have that one, Chris. I can check it out. Troy's got, there's actually 1 or 2 I don't have, but I have. I'll leave it at that. NFC South is Troy Sorensen. Elijah Rodriguez. You've got the NFC East, sir. NFC West is Stephen Plecky. Elijah, AFC North. Joshua George, AFC South. Elijah, AFC East. And Michael Convey looking for Mad Max Crosby in the AFC West. Good luck, guys. Oh, I know what this is, Steven. I didn't expect it to come out of this break, but I guess it makes sense. This is a slab card. We have the greatest offensive lineman in the history of football, Anthony Munoz.
Oh, there we go.
Terrific looking autograph. The All-Pro offensive tackle card right here. That is the AFC North, Elijah Rodriguez, Anthony Munoz.
Get the W.
You know, our one of our customers, Bob Boulay, you guys might know him as Jersey Slime. He is known to start fights with people, Steven. They claim this guy's not the best offensive lineman ever.
Right.
Now, I've went digging and looking at articles that I can disprove Bob, and guess what I found? Nothing. You look at any reputable source, any publication, any internet ranking, they will all tell you the same thing. The greatest offensive lineman in the history of football, the great Anthony Munoz. Michael Convey says, great hit. Yes, sir.
Also, great autograph.
A beautiful signature. I know Alex Tellez is one of his favorites, and that is not one of the hot takes.
Right.
It's got a beautiful auto.
This does, right?
Cannot wait for Alex's hot take tomorrow. It's going to be so much fun, Steven.
Oh, gosh.
It's going to be so much fun.
I'm curious what he has to say.
Right? Good job there, Elijah. This is what we call, you know, you go to a 4-course meal. This is the appetizer. And Elijah, his entree, his steak, is the Randy Moss Flex and the Diamonds. Now, speaking of the devil, there's Bob. He was the GOAT. Greatest of all time.
Or is at the position.
Yeah, right. Has someone surpassed him?
Has someone surpassed him?
Bob's like, it's Willie Roaf. He's the guy. Yeah. Willie Roaf is
clarify.
awesome. So is Jonathan Ogden, Will Shields.
There's a lot of great linemen that have played.
But Munoz is the best of the best.
Joe Thomas.
We have, I don't know if you know this, Steven. I mean, I'm guessing it's an upcoming series. I saw Joe Thomas Pylon back there. Remember the Okoye Pylon?
Yeah,
back?
nice.
It's a nice Joe Thomas Pylon.
Interesting that he was never near that.
Oh, yes, says Elijah. Is, was, will be, still is, says Bob.
All right, just making sure.
So by all metrics, the greatest offensive lineman
Yeah.
ever, Anthony Munoz. 5 spots after that diamond single. Let's go, guys. Just clapping cheeks.
Let's get her done.
I mean, you can get a Randy Moss helmet. You know, you want to low ball it, call it about $1,500, and want to high ball it. This thing could easily go for $2,000 online, Steven. You get this Randy Moss helmet for $96. I mean, that is like the value of that helmet could be up to 20 times that.
Absolutely.
That's an insane chrome flex. This is the most talented receiver of all time. He's got the second most receiving touchdowns ever. I mean, this guy was literally unstoppable. When he wanted to play, you could not stop Randy Moss. And I think of like, you know, he made Dante Culpepper. Let's be honest. He made Dante Culpepper into a Pro Bowl quarterback.
Right.
Like you
Was
saw
it touchdowns or yards Dante led in 2002?
both.
Both,
One
yeah.
year he led in one, another year he led in
Oh,
another.
okay. Well, yeah. There you
But
go. Thanks to that guy right there.
I was gonna say, like, outside of Randall Cunningham later in his career, he was great. His rookie year with Randall Cunningham. Culpepper was decent, but pretty average quarterback. Brady was the only great quarterback he played with. Favre a little bit when he was past his prime. I'm trying to think, like, the one year we played with an elite quarterback in Tom Brady.
He broke a record.
He had 23 receiving touchdowns, which is still the NFL record. So this thing is absolutely beautiful on that Randy Moss. Moss me comments is clapping cheeks. Straight cash homie Randy Moss. Obviously, I think he's progressing well in the cancer fight, I believe I saw online, Steven.
That's good to hear.
Not much you can do to stop Randy Moss. One of the few guys that stopped him, one of the most memorable plays for me as a Bears fan, and I'm going to really emphasize few guys. Peanut Tillman at one point
Somewhat contain him.
jumped ball, ripped the ball out of Moss's hands, and I couldn't believe it.
Right.
I was just shocked.
Sometimes that's the move you got to do, right? Like, you're not going to. Odds are you're not going to outleap or outrun Randy Moss.
No.
But maybe you can catch him when he brings the ball for
He
the
just grabbed
catch.
the ball out of his hands, right?
Peanut Tillman was obviously excellent at the peanut punch. I mean, it's namesake, so
I have a question for you, Steven.
go for it.
So I think Colin had a different version of this question on the show. So I'll paraphrase Colin's question. He said 5-yard line. Who are you giving the ball to?
He's already asked me this.
I'm going to put it on the 2-yard line.
Okay.
So 2-yard line, you have the option. Do you run the ball with Jerome Bettis, or do you throw a fade or a screen to Randy Moss for a touchdown? What do you do?
See, now that changes the whole game.
Okay.
2 yards.
2 yards is
Jerome
different than 5
Bettis.
yards.
Jerome Bettis.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna Pete Carroll it. I'm not gonna get cute.
It's a 2-point play.
Yeah.
You score the game-tying touchdown, 0 seconds left on the clock. You're on the road. You're going for 2. Win the game or lose the game. 2-yard line.
Tell your line to man up and push somebody.
Right? Jerome Bettis, run the dang ball, says clapping cheeks. You're right. I also agree.
Now,
Jerome Bettis, 2
from
yards.
10 yards out
Yeah, Randy
and
Moss.
beyond,
Even 5 yards. Randy
I
Moss.
said onside. What I tell Kyle, I was like onside kick, failed recovery, 45-yard line. Randy.
Yeah. There could be 4 guys on him. Just throw it up.
I remember that. I just always will remember that one play with Randy Moss when he outran the Jets like triple coverage.
Right?
And Tom Brady just dropped it right in his hands. I'm just like, just unreal.
Bob says Shedeur Sanders watching Russ cook for an ear. Yeah, we talked about it earlier. Russell Wilson to the Giants. Quarterback room already of Jameis Winston, Tommy DeVito. Let's see if Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward perhaps joins that quarterback room. Dive run with Adrian Peterson, says Elijah. We have an Adrian Peterson speed flex in the college, my man. Run it. Just ask me, says Will, was a Seahawk fan. I get it. Marshawn Lynch, same scenario. Did not work out well for Seattle. Here's that Adrian Peterson lid I mentioned, by the way. This is if this will load, Steven, a ripped speed flex. Half Vikings, half Oklahoma.
That thing's nuts.
That's an awesome lid. This guy, honestly, Steven, just sheer dominance, just the wow factor at the pro and college level, as good as I've seen at either level. Reggie Bush was really, really good in college for me. Derrick Henry had that one incredible year, but Peterson did it multiple years in college, and obviously tons of years in the NFL. That's a beautiful rip speed flex. This guy, 2-yard line, 3-yard line, 4-yard line, 5-yard line. You can't go wrong with giving the ball to all day Adrian Peterson.
Right.
So, guys, what are we getting into? Still got 7 to go in that college. We do have the Tom Brady speed flex. Here's this for a combo, Steven. Let me ask you this. Now, I'm not asking for a whole career, guys, because I know that Jerry Rice played for a long time with Mr. Joe Montana and Steve Young. I know Peyton Manning played for a long time with Marvin Harrison. But if I had to pick the best quarterback and, receiver tight end duo in the history of football, just for a brief span, it's Tom Brady on this Michigan flex And then we have the Randy Moss Chrome Flex. I mean, Brady and Moss together was not fair, man. That was the perfect combo, I would say, in the history of sports. I don't know if I've seen a better 1-2 duo in any sport for that
I know,
matter,
for
Steven.
whatever brief period of time it was.
The only
I
thing that
100%
compares
agree.
is Curry and Durant. That's the only thing that compares to me.
That's fair. That's a fair
Right?
comp right there. But yeah, just a truly special like season. I know they lost in the Super Bowl and they get made fun of for that, but they were legit. They were very, very legit.
And probably the best team ever. They won't get that recognition because they lost the game. I say this as a Chiefs and Colts fan. I'm a Manning and Mahomes fan, but that was probably the best team ever. But they just failed in the big game, unfortunately, right?
They didn't fail at any other game.
Yep.
Which was ironic because they played the Giants at the end of that year, and it was like a 42-40 game.
Yeah, it was close.
It was a blowout.
Yeah.
Oh, not a blowout. It was a high-scoring game. Sorry.
Yeah, the Giants had their number. It was the matchups, man. Neither Joe Theismann pulled tonight. Says, Charles, let's do it, man. Would love to see little Joe Theismann in the break room. I have a Calvin Johnson Authentic, says Rax. There's a Megatron jersey. I was in the can't miss. I was going to say the only guy that compares to Moss in a jump ball scenario to me is Calvin
Megatron,
Johnson.
right? Absolutely.
Those guys were nuts, Steven.
Also a guy who does not sign all too often, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Megatron and the can't miss jerseys and minis. Let's get that diamond single rolling, fellas, says clapping cheeks. Burrow and Chase is the modern day Brady and Moss. That's probably accurate, I would say. That is, Jamar Chase, by the way, is also in that can't miss series, by the way, guys. The beautiful Bengal jersey. We do have the Megatron in there as well. All massive names in the can't miss jerseys and minis. And that one is wide open, but there's that Megatron. There's that Chase. There's that Peyton Manning, that Joe Montana. Man, loaded series in here as well. Vault is down to 7 boxes there, Will. We still got 3 photoed headliners, plus a secondary headliner, plus a box with a $200 vault key inside. Headliners left include Julius Peppers, top 5 all-time officially in sacks, one of the greatest defensive players of all time, Julius Peppers. Micah Parsons, probably a top 5 defensive player today. Then Justin Jefferson. Well, I'll ask you this question, Steven, because I have been going back and forth on this, and I've heard a lot of different, responses to this question. Who is the best receiver in the league? Is it Justin Jefferson, or is it his former college teammate, Jamar Chase? You can only pick one of these two.
I will give the nod to Jefferson.
Jefferson?
I will give the nod to Jefferson because all of his quarterbacks that he's played with,
Josh Dobbs? Nate Mullins?
Kirk Cousins.
Sam Darnold?
I know you love Kirk Cousins' numbers, but
I love Kirk
when
Cousins.
Kirk Cousins left, they were not as good without Justin Jefferson. Sam Darnold got paid because of Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
So I will give the nod to Justin Jefferson.
I agree.
I do find value in that. Not that Chase has. I think Chase would help others be successful too.
Sure.
But he's drafted with Burrow.
It's like 1 and 1A, but you can't compare, the quarterbacks that Jefferson has played to compared to Joe Burrow.
Exactly.
Joe Burrow is a top 3 or 4 quarterback in the NFL. And Jefferson has never played. Well, he has played with Joe Burrow in college, but at the NFL level, as much as I like Kirk Cousins or used to like him before he got injured and got old, he was never a top 3 or 4 quarterback in the league. So I would lean Jefferson, but I will say, as Elijah said, leave it up to this season. It is 1A and 1B, but it's Jefferson by a couple of steps, says King MC. If JJ can put another 1,000-yard season with McCarthy, he's goated. Oh, he'll put up over 1,000 yards, Elijah.
I'm not worried about Jay
There's
Jettis.
no doubt about that.
Jay Jettis had some rough weeks this year, and he still did that. So I'm not.
He doesn't want to be called JJ anymore. He's like, JJ McCarthy can have the nickname. I'm going to go by Jettis.
Jettis, okay.
So does not care for the JJ. So to answer Will's question, Justin Jefferson, as we're saying in the chat, the best receiver in the NFL whose autograph value only goes up. Micah Parsons, Julius Peppers. We do have the secondary headliner, Derwin James, still in here. Not to mention a $200 vault key. Now keep this in mind, Steven. You get the helmet and the $200 gift card. It's not one or the other. You get both. So 7 boxes left, 5 in 7 chance at a headliner, a secondary headliner, or a vault key. And Justin Jefferson, man, I've said this before on the show, and I'll say it again, Steven. My fiance's cousin's kids, they're soccer fans. They don't watch football. They don't care for football.
They watch football.
They like football.
Yeah, I was gonna say they watch football.
But every time I see them, the first thing they do is gritty. They know the gritty.
Gritty's worldwide.
Gritties are worldwide, man. This dude is a sensation, Justin Jefferson, and the young football fans, the first guy they think of often, believe it or not, is Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Not
Absolutely.
Mahomes, not Lamar, not Joe Burrow. Let this sink in. In 10 and 15 and 20 years, this will be one of the most sought out autographs out there, Justin Jefferson.
I mean, the way he started his career, you've said this before too. If he can continue to put up those 1,000-yard seasons, and not just 1,000, like 13, 14, have a few 1,600, right? He could be in the company in the area of Jerry Rice.
The two guys that could get in Jerry Rice's area for receiving yards is Jay Jettas and Jamar Chase. I said on the show before, I think they can finish second and third all time respectively in receiving yards. Rice first, Jettas second, Jamar Chase third. All time receiving yards, which guess what? Raises their autograph value, of course. What did we just get into, Steven?
I got a couple jersey spots by Lee Chris.
All right. That purple was sick.
Mm-hmm.
Before they could surpass Jerry Rice's records, though, especially for Jay Jettas, he's got to surpass Randy Moss's records for the Minnesota Vikings. Randy Moss, again, $96. 5 spots to go, guys. I'm going to get this diamond single knocked out. Want to see this lid right here, this bad boy? The chrome helmet, the chrome Speed Flex, the best-looking helmet, the most expensive helmet in the game. That Randy Moss is nuts. So, I mean, how about the Vikings and their wide receivers, man?
They are
you
good
go
at
from
it.
Chris Carter to Randy Moss to Justin Jefferson. I don't know, in between there, not quite on the level of these guys, but they had Diggs for a little while. Even Thielen was thriving for a little while. But then you go, again, back to Jefferson, not long after Randy Moss. That is where wide receivers grow on trees in Minnesota, apparently.
They do. Something in the water up there.
Right? So, beautiful, beautiful lid there. I want to get that Randy Moss knocked out. I'll drop that diamond link in for you guys. 5 spots to go in the diamond single. 5 spots to go, diamond single. The double is 6 to go, Elijah. You can always go to ultimateautographs.com, see how close we are. The double is 6 to go. I'll drop that link in as well. Diamond double. All authentic helmets, the best of the best. 6 spots to go. Here's this one. So, you know what, Clapping Cheeks? I would agree and disagree at the same time. He says diamond single is where it's at. I'll raise you that and give you one better. Diamond single, diamond double, and diamond quad are all where it's at.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
These are all authentic helmets, man. These are the best lids in the break room. I know Clapping Cheeks, for example, is a Buccaneer fan, Steven. Names like Warren Sapp, names like John Lynch, Derek Brooks, Rondé Barber, Mike Allstott. I think we had a Keyshawn Johnson earlier today. Named Brad Johnson. I mean, names like this are in the and more section. There's a lot of Hall of Fame players, active and past stars, that don't even make the graphic on this series.
Right.
It's kind of hard to get in this graphic. It's like Elite Company to make the graphic in the diamond helmets, because oftentimes the and more hits in this series are actually better than the photo headliners. A lot of it is subjective, Steve.
Exactly. It's very subjective, right?
Very subjective.
Absolutely. Love the diamonds. We always say it.
Mm-hmm.
Pound for pound, the best break in the room. Yes, for the single, you can get in for a little under $100, but you can only double up in doubles, triples, or quads.
Exactly.
So
you can win 2 helmets for less than $200. I mean, for example, you snag the Randy Moss Chrome Flex and you pair it with the Brian Urlacher. We're looking at $2,000, $2,500, give or take in value. Yeah, over $2,000 easily. Same goes for Jerome Bettis, double up with a TJ Watt. That is over $2,000 in value. The Kurt Warner Flex, the George Kittle Authentic, if not $2,000, just a little bit under $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly a lot more than $200. A lot of double up options for $192 in the Diamond Double. We can do that, Elijah. We can do that. I will say the double is the one I would always play personally, but that will get our single to 3 spots to go. So, yes, we can do that right now, Elijah. $96 will put the diamond single to 3 spots left. The diamond double purchase becomes 2 diamond singles. I know JJ's in the chat, clapping cheeks. You know who he likes, Steven? The Bucks. I have the greatest player to ever put on the Bucks uniform in the series for him, Tom Brady.
Right.
I also have another top 5 Buck of all time. I have the 2 greatest Bucks players on offense of all time.
Yeah, you do.
Tom Brady and Mike Evans. Tom Brady and Mike Evans, the 2 best Buccaneer, offensive players of all time. Both in this midterms college series. They are terrific. We have maybe the best Steeler for me, Jerome Bettis. We have the 2 best Eagle offensive players that are, not a quarterback. A.J. Brown, Saquon Barkley, both available in here. We have the GOAT defensive player, Lawrence Taylor. We have a top 3 Viking ever, Adrian Peterson. We have the top Raven ever in Ray Lewis. And we have them on their college helmets, which are much more rare out there. Speaking of Bucks, we have another Buck in here, Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield,
on
there
the
it
Speed
is.
Flex. So sometimes we think of our favorite teams. We think of the Buccaneer helmet, but for clapping cheeks, Bucks players on their college teams. Evans, Mayfield, and Brady in that midterm college helmet series. Come and get it. Come and get it, guys. That one is actually 7 to go in the pairing. So that one is close. I cannot believe the vaulting wasn't moving. 5 left. Oh, it'll move. It's just a matter of time. Don't you worry, my man, Will. That break will go down. Get it? Will go down, Steven?
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Not bad. 3 left, says Elijah. And then the diamond break. Let's go. 3 spots to go. Elijah's ready. Are you ready is the question. Are you ready to rumble in the diamond break? I mean, all authentic, Steven. There's 0 replicas. The best of the best. The diamonds are awesome. Absolutely awesome. So plenty of folks watching the show right now. Plenty of folks that could make the magic happen here tonight. And the sports world got a Heat and Warriors game going on right now. Jimmy Butler back in Miami. I imagine got some booze tonight, Steven.
Right.
Steph Curry not playing in the game tonight in the Jimmy Butler revenge game, as they're calling it. So I think the Warriors will come back and win. Miami has been miserable of late. So I think Golden State will bounce back. We got March Madness coming up on Thursday. I've been very, very weird in my pool, Steven, in that, I picked all the wrong upsets. Right now, I'm not that high in the standings, but I have 7 Elite 8 teams left and all 4 Final Four.
That matters. That matters.
So Auburn and Duke in my championship. Madness getting back on Thursday. But the real madness in the break room, guys, oftentimes we see in these single box breaks for all the doubles and quads we do, Steven, which are the better breaks, the more popular breaks. But how often do we see it in the single box break where the flex comes out?
It's
like
true.
Randy Moss.
It's true. You're not wrong on
Single
that
box
front.
break, man. Randy Moss. So,
You never know which box is going to happen, which break is going to happen.
could be at any single moment, ladies and gents. Any single moment in that diamond single, which is now 3 spots left. I'll drop that link in for you guys. Put this in the chat. Diamond single, 3 spots left. Single and ready to mingle in the diamond helmets. Let's go, folks. Let's go. I always think to myself, Steven, from the perspective of a collector, you want to get the best player of each franchise's history.
Right.
That way, if you're a fan of that team, who's the first guy you want?
Mm-hmm.
Like Randy Moss, for me, is the greatest Viking of all time. No question for me. I don't know about the greatest, but certainly one of the greatest and one of the most popular for the Steelers is Jerome Bettis and TJ Watt for that matter. Andre Johnson, it's between him and JJ Watt for the best Texan ever.
That's true.
I mean, Johnson actually did it for longer, technically. I mean,
Yeah.
longer career. If you're a Texan fan, you want Andre Johnson. So you want to get those all-time greats for, a franchise like those guys. Or you want to get the young guys. I know when card collecting, you're a card collector, Steven. You want to get the rookie cards, want to get those, upcoming guys. Well, Bo Nix, he led all rookies in passing touchdowns last year.
Yeah.
And his number one receiver was Cortland Sutton.
Right.
Cortland Sutton is not a top 15 receiver. They got this guy, Evan Ingram, in the offseason, Steven. The more help Mr. Bo Nix gets, the better he's going to get, right?
Absolutely. No
Someone
doubt about
just
it.
jumped in over there. Who was that?
Mr. Tom Kozich. He hopped into that diamond single, putting it to 2 to go.
What's up, Tom?
Let's get this diamond closed, ladies
Let's
and gentlemen.
go. $96 for a full-size authentic. Obviously, a lot of these helmets are worth, over $500, $600, $700. Some over $1,000. The Chrome Flex is probably in that $1,500 to $2,000 range, give or take, Steven. I can tell you this, every single authentic in the series is worth more than $300. I can tell you that because the authentic alone is about $300.
Right.
So you win anything but 96, even for that matter, 192, or even if you buy 3 spots, if you win, you will not be disappointed here.
You'll be doing okay.
Even 4 spots, you'll probably profit regardless of what you win, for most of these at least, right?
I would say so.
So if you're winning with 4 spots or less in here, in the single especially, you're doing all right in the play action diamonds. I always say this too. A lot of customers don't realize this. You'll hear me say this all the time, Steven. The worst hit in the diamonds is worth $300 something. The absolute worst. Again, some of the best are upwards of $2,000. But the worst stuff is in that $300 to $400 range, give or take, right?
Yeah.
The best stuff in the jerseys is in that range. So if you're going to play with 1 spot, you have 1 in 8 chance to win. You play 8 times in the jersey break, you spend $180, $200, you win something, out of those 8, best case scenario, you make a little bit more than your money back. Worst case scenario, you lose. You play 1 in 8 times in here, you win one of those times, and if it's one of the flexes, you're sitting pretty. You will profit more if you're playing with 1 spot over time, playing in the diamonds and the jerseys. Bigger risk, but far bigger reward as well.
Absolutely.
So, for the 1 spot, guys,
Much better bang for your buck, I'm telling you.
You would definitely be in there. Much better bang for your buck. I know our profit margins are a lot worse than the diamonds as a company. So, that's where you guys can really, really make money. You're not going to flip the jerseys and minis for all that much. But if you want to flip something, you want to get lucky, the diamonds is where you should get lucky for sure. The cream of the crop, the best of the best in the play action diamond helmets. So 3 spots left. Looking for that break probably next here in the Ultimate Autographs live break room. I'm thinking that's the next one. Steven, what do you think? That's the closest,
I would
isn't it?
imagine so, right? 2 to go. One of the best series we have to offer in the room?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. So imagine putting together, I'll give you one. Late 90s and early 2000s football team. You get Kurt Warner as your quarterback, Randy Moss as your wide receiver, and then you get Jerome Bettis as your running back, Steven.
Oof.
And then how about this? Your number 2 receiver, Andre Johnson.
Yeah, right.
How does that sound for a football squad?
Sounds pretty good.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Sounds pretty dangerous.
I mean, even Kurt Warner in his prime, Steven, I know he started later in his career, right? Started later because he wasn't the NFL player out of college. Prime Kurt Warner is, without question, a top 10 quarterback of all time.
Mm-hmm.
He won 2 MVPs, Steven.
Yeah.
So you give this guy an offensive line, it is over.
I would imagine so.
Tanya, shout out to Tanya. She's a true collector. She says, I'm not flipping if I ever win. I'm trying to upgrade my she shed with some cool autos. And I will say, depends on how much room you have in your house. Obviously, the mini helmets are the easiest to display, Steven. But the coolest looking stuff is the authentic helmets. Those look bigger. Those look cooler. There's nothing you can get in the mini break or the jersey break that will look quite like this. We could talk all day about the value of this, $1,500 plus, give or take for that Randy Moss flex, Steven. But you put this up in the man cave or the she shed, it's amazing. It's a talking point, Steven.
Right.
People want to come over to your house because you've got the best, sports zone, the best fan cave. That thing is insane, man. That is a centerpiece item, even if you hate the Vikings.
Yeah, right?
That thing looks amazing, Randy Moss.
Thing is incredible looking.
I mean, look at the Jerome Bettis, the chrome. These are not worn in the games. People don't see these helmets in the games, so you look extra cool in your house, right?
Absolutely.
That
not
is
wrong
BA,
on that front.
Tanya. That is definitely BA. The Randy Moss and the Jerome Bettis guys, 2 chromes. I always ask Matt, our owner, Steven, I ask him, what costs us the most money as a company? He says the hardest ones to get and the most expensive ones for us to purchase are chromes. What does that mean, guys? That means that those are the ones that are worth the most. They are the best. Chromes need to be in the game, says King MC. Same with the STS for Veterans Day weekend, right? Any Bills or Bronco fans in the chat? If you're out there, we do have Bo Nix, Bronco Nation, and Bills Nation. Look at this one, Steven. Look at this one, the drip Josh
I
Allen
think it's
flex.
incredible looking.
This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful on the Josh Allen. And you never know what's coming out of these boxes, too. For example, last night, Steven, in that QB Room series, we had filler flexes. I pulled the Sam Darnold Speed Flex on the Vikings
That's
as a filler.
wild.
It was crazy. So 2 spots to go, guys. Who's going to get the Diamond Single box? Diamond Single and ready to mingle. And you know what's going to happen, Steven. We open up 1 or 2 of these. They see what the series is all about, and then it sells out like that, right?
Pretty much.
Simple as that, man. These series do move fast. Last night was fire, says Tanya. It was. There was a lot of awesome helmets last night. But I'm going to be honest with you. We had bigger names last night in terms of the sheer value of names. But there's nothing we pulled last night that the school is the Randy Moss or Jerome Bettis, Steven.
True.
Look-wise, these are the coolest. For the guys that are looking for the PC, the ones we have in this Diamond series are actually even better. So a lot of salute to services, a lot of ripped helmets last night. Not many chromes last night. So let's get that Diamond done. And also, if you're looking to sell $3,000 for a Michigan flex for Brady, I have this pulled up, Steven, on Fanatics.com. $2,000, $999.99, the exact flex of Tom Brady. That is the retail value of a Brady Michigan Speed Flex.
There you go.
And actually, that one, I believe, Steven, doesn't even have the visor. Ours tacks on a visor as well, which only increases the value for that Tom Brady.
Nice.
Every helmet was amazing last night, says King MC. It was. It absolutely was. Every helmet tonight's going to be amazing as well, guys. Make those moves. All these lids available in the college series, Steven. I'm shocked that we have 4 speed flexes, including a Brady, and we have not done one of these yet.
That's crazy to think about.
You can win the Brady in the very first box. Tom Brady has been coming out early in our series lately, Steven. Very, very early Tom Brady in the break room.
I've seen it more like it pays to play early.
That's the
vibe I get.
There's a guy last night that was looking for a Mahomes helmet, and it didn't go in the first couple of breaks, and he was like, yeah, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait. Then it came out, and the guy was heartbroken. That's what happens, right?
Yep. Can't be impatient.
All right. We just pulled the Josh Allen last show, John Poole. We do have a Brady flex, though. If you want a Josh Allen, win the Brady and trade for 2 Josh Allen, Steven.
Pretty much, right?
That's what you can do, man. Very, very good trade bait on that $3,000 Brady helmet in autograph value. The Josh Allen, which we pulled in the Diamonds, perfect example, Steven. If you like something, this came out one of the first boxes in that Diamond series. We've only done 7 boxes out of 30 in that series, and this one is already gone. JA17.
Crazy.
So it's a lesson for the guys that wait. For example, the guys that are waiting for the Moss, the Bettis, and the Diamonds, or the guys waiting for that Tom Brady in the midterm college series. Do you think Tom Brady spent time going to class? He wasn't like a shoo-in for the NFL necessarily, Steven.
No, right? Probably
You think
not.
he studied?
I mean, he probably did. Seems like a guy who would attend class.
Right?
A lot more strict rules back then, you know?
It's a Michigan flex, John Poole. I'll show it off right now, my man, on the graphic. It's a classic Michigan lid, which to me is just a sharp-looking lid. Tom Brady, Michigan Rip Speed Flex with that BE beautiful visor as well. I agree, King MC. I don't see why Brady's not selling stuff out. I think you mean the Browns, Jim Brown. Or maybe Manziel, I don't know. You could mean Money Manziel.
He could.
Money Manziel could be a filler hit in here, Steven. That's how good the midterm college series is, right? Could just be a filler in here. So, there you go. Let's get that Brady now. John Poole, win a Brady, trade for an Allen, right? That's the move for Mr. John Poole, perhaps. I know JA17 will be back. We'll see plenty more of this gentleman in our break room.
Getting him more and more every day.
Yeah, so Charles, I will say this, Charles. You put the Bryce Harper bat up for about a week to 2 weeks, my man. Yes, people are looking for cheaper sometimes on eBay. No one is a general statement. The more you put the helmet and the bat out there for, the more you wait, the more offers you'll get. Now, maybe someone online doesn't buy that Brady for $3,000, Steven. Maybe they buy it for $2,700. Maybe they buy it for $2,600. Guess what? The buy-in to get in is $178. So, there you go.
It's all about your patience in the matter as well.
They're all there, John Poole. We have not pulled a single box in the college. This brand new college, they're all available. Yeah, Charles, if you're going to put it up there for a week, you're not going to get a bite right away. You got to be patient, my man. And if you want to really get the best bang for your buck and sell your stuff, leave it up there on eBay for a while. There's a Joe Burrow helmet we recently had in the break room, Steven, that we were valuing at about $2,000. Someone in the chat told me the exact same helmet online went for $5,000. It was not worth $5,000. The helmet should not have sold for that much, but it did. You never know what these will go for on the internet, man. Yeah. You never know. John Poole sold the Brady Crystal for $5K. Now that's the crystallized helmet, which is
a little different level.
A little bit different level, but in the ballpark of $3,000 for a Tom Brady Speed Flex. If it goes for a little bit less, it goes for a little bit less. But definitely going for north of $2,500 easy on a Brady Michigan Flex. So there you go. And John Poole knows a thing or two about winning Brady's and selling Brady's. Maybe he gets the Michigan Brady next, Mr. Poole. So there you go. Yeah, patience is key, Charles. Patience is key, man. When you're dealing with these helmets and these bats, these autographed items, do you want to get the best offer or you want to get the first offer, Steven?
And also, I mean, specifically like baseball, just wait. What if Bryce Harper's having a massive year? Like, I mean, it's about popularity as well and like momentum in this specific, space. Like, that's why, like, I'm posting baseball cards for sale right now because baseball season's about to start.
Exactly.
Football cards are a little bit cheaper on the market because football hasn't been played in a long time. It's a seasonal thing. Yeah, patience is very key when dealing with this industry.
I will agree with SMC as well. Not saying that Brady would grab $3K, but I think comparing to a Harper bat and a TB helmet is not really a fair comparison. So there you go. That is very true. The football helmets are worth the most money. Bryce Harper is an incredible baseball player. Future Hall of Famer, one of the best players today. Bryce Harper is not Tom Brady. Tom Brady is a next level athlete. Comparing Bryce Harper and Tom Brady is not a fair comparison.
No, it's not.
It's like comparing, like, you're really, really hungry, Steven. You're starving. You have the option of getting a pizza slice, a big pizza slice for $5, or do you get the extra large pizza for $25.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like if you're really hungry, you want to get the extra large, you eat a lot, you save a little, right?
Yeah.
Now that's what the comparison is between those options. So, anywho,
Let's get this diamond close.
let's get the diamond done. I mean, again, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, Steven. Values are very different sometimes on the interwebs, but I can tell you that for $96, the diamond single, you get any of these authentics worth a lot more. I was told my dual side and Raven Super Bowl lid wasn't worth $1,200. Yeah, again, Polo, a lot of folks are not going to go at the first apple. And technically, if you think about it, Steven, I'm not saying that you're doing anything to the helmet personally, but think of it this way. Resale value tends to go down. For example, you use your PlayStation 5, you're not going to sell it for what you bought it online. So, you look at the retail price for a Tom Brady. These are sold out for a reason, Steven.
Right.
Enough people are buying these. They're out of stock at $29.99. So somebody's going to buy these. But technically, if it's been used, it's technically not retail. It's not fresh out of the box, Steven. That's why some of those on eBay do go for a little bit less. But, I mean, let's be honest. You want a Tom Brady helmet for $178. Whether you sell it for $2,500 or $3,000, Steven, it is a whole lot more than $178. Whole lot more than that, right?
Absolutely.
Whole lot more than that. Brady is the best investment value career done. Stats speak for themselves. Yeah, Brady is the most valuable autograph in football history.
He's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT. It's the most valuable item we get in the break room. Typically, there's one-offs. Like, for example, Michael Jordan almost never signs. That one is worth more than a Brady. Rare game-used items are worth more. But in terms of the items that are not rare on the market, Brady's the one that's the most expensive, Steve.
Yep, absolutely.
The MJ, LeBrons, Kobe's, those guys almost never sign. Honus Wagner, whatever. What is it called again? What's the card?
Just Honus Wagner.
Just any Honus Wagner.
Well, I was
There's like 4 of them out there.
But it's what's the specific card you're talking
Yeah,
about?
what was the card called?
I think it's like a T6.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
So, yeah, that might draw more money. But in terms of the regular stuff, the Tom Brady's the best. Polo, that helmet is worth at least $1,500 in my opinion, says Bradley Williams. So I agree with that, Bradley. So lots of older players are good investments due to limited sign memorabilia, says Michael. I mean, a guy like Jim Brown for sure. So how's that diamond single looking, Steven?
1 to go.
1 to go in the diamond single. 1 spot left, guys. You got to find the right buyer, Will says. Exactly right. And you got to have a little bit of patience, man. Got to have a little bit of patience for sure. It's not going to go right away. Just be a little bit patient. Your good stuff will come in due time. So 1 lone spot left. Who's going to be the closer here in the break room? A little bit of closer magic. Also got to keep in mind, many of these first offers you're going to get are dealers or flippers, so they can't offer retail or they'll have nothing left to make off of it.
Yep.
So,
yeah, it just depends on the consumer,
right? If you want to go down in price, you're gonna have the time, right? Yep, you got to have time. Again, if you want to get rid of it right away, you will probably sell it for less than it's worth, Steven. I'll put it that way. If you want to be patient, you'll get the right value for it eventually. Anyway, I personally, Steven, even though this bad boy, this Randy Moss could fetch, $1,500 easily on the market, I would personally keep a helmet like this. Because this just looks that cool. It makes your house look cool, right? No doubt about that. Are we sold out?
We are sold out on the diamond single.
Let's see that Moss, says Rax. Let's do it. Diamond single coming up. Diamond single number 1. Go ahead and drop me a box number. Clapping Cheek says Moss me common. I'll try. I'll try. 6 is Polo in that break?
Is that Jameel?
Jameel,
Right?
yeah.
He is in there.
Jameel's in there. Box 6, thank you, Jameel. Box 6 coming off the ticker. Box 6 is not available, by the way. Box 1 is, though, Polo. Box 1 is available, and that one's off the ticker. All righty. I think, Will, the problem with Charles's bat is that Charles Steven wants to have money for the break room. He desperately wants money now. That's why he's struggling at the moment, because he wants to get back in the breaks. Box 1. Play action. He doesn't want to trade, Will. He wants funding for the break room, which I don't blame him, right? With these breaks in here, I don't blame him one bit. All righty. We'll go 8 clicks, guys, for our spots in the diamond single. 8 clicks. All right. It is 8 on the dice roll. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yep, I don't blame him either, Will. With this awesome stuff in the break room, no doubt about that. I'll also say, guys, just, this is not a guarantee. Take this with a grain of salt. Don't quote me. Don't say I promise you this. But everything I read about the memorabilia industry is that it is booming right now. It is getting more popular. Keep in mind, it's also off season right now for football, like Steven said. We get closer to football season. All this stuff ramps up even more. In my opinion, based on what I've read, and this is why I still work at this company, because I love working here and I see the future of memorabilia. These helmets are going to be worth a lot more money in 2 years, in 3 years, in 4 years. Just memorabilia industry is booming right now, and the prices are going up across the board. So if you have enough money in your account, I would consider holding a lot of these helmets, because in my opinion, 3, 4, 5 years down the road, a lot of these will be worth a lot more than what you can sell them for now. That's just my opinion. That's just an opinion. That is not a fact. Just what I think personally. So if you win something, you might want to consider holding it if you have the ability to do so. Patrick Levesque got the NFC North. Elijah Rodriguez in the NFC South. Troy Sorensen, NFC East. Jonathan Jenkins, NFC West. Tom Kozic, AFC North. Jamil Cousset, AFC South. Elijah Rodriguez, AFC East. And Michael Convey in the AFC West. All right, guys. Also, think of it this way. You spend $200 night out, grab beers, do some slots, get some food. The money doesn't come back to you. You win these helmets, you keep them forever, man. You keep them forever. Ooh, this is nice. Not 1, but 2 autographs. Dan Marino's boys. It is Mark Duper and Mark Clayton on the Eclipse Authentic for the Dolphins. Very, very clean lid. JSA certified. AFC East. Elijah Rodriguez. Mark Clayton led the NFL in receiving touchdowns in 1984.
Or on the Eclipse.
It's actually 2 of them on both sides of the helmet. The 2 marks.
The Super Dupers?
The Super Dupers, baby.
Nice.
The Elijah Rodriguez helmet, AFC East. Very nice. Sweet
All right.
congrats, says Jacom. Very, very cool on the Eclipse Authentic. This is not even a secondary headliner, Steven. Not even a secondary headliner.
What do you call them? The Clayton brothers?
Yep, Mark Duper and Mark Clayton. The Marks brothers.
The
Get it?
Marx brothers, yes.
Marks brothers. Very nice, Elijah. Very clean helmet. Miami Dolphin Eclipse. Absolutely terrific. So, guys, the headliner ratios
Getting better and better.
just got better. Maybe, Steven, it is foreshadowing to another receiver coming out in Randy Moss.
True.
Nice, says Michael. Congrats, says Patrick. Very nice. Very, very nice indeed. All the Dolphin lids look awesome, man. And, you know, part of football history is getting these receivers in the 80s. Mark Clayton, for example, Steven, led the NFL in receiving touchdowns twice in his career. How many guys can say that? I led the NFL in receiving touchdowns twice in my career.
That's true. I'm guessing that list ain't that long.
That's a pretty elite club. Yep, Clayton Duper was pulled earlier today. So more of these awesome players coming out in the break room. Absolutely loving it here. Duper and Clayton dual signed Dolphin lid. You tell these guys or Dan Marino these aren't cool hits. You'll see what they'll tell you, Steven. Dan Marino says these guys are pretty cool, man. These guys are pretty cool. So that is the play action single. Maybe it's Randy Moss next, Steven.
Could be.
You have some mini personals?
We have some mini personals, yes.
Is that 3 of them?
That is, the Blake Smiley. He pulled the Warren Sapp.
Also, two more.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Blake, got a couple personals.
No, it's Patrick Roche.
Oh, Patrick Roche is now.
Patrick Roche, yes.
Patrick, give me a couple numbers for your mini personals, sir. Couple numbers for the mini personals. Let me know. SMC says, I'm a Bills fan here in the house. All right. All right. Good to have some Bills fans in the house, which is great. Always good to have Bills Nation in the house. Where are my Viking fans at? Random one. I'm guessing is that you, Patrick? Random one? Just want to clarify. I'm guessing that's him, but I want to be 100% sure.
1 and 6.
I know his name is Random One.
Oh,
he says 1 and 6.
Oh, okay.
I just want to make sure that's Patrick Roche here in the house.
I see.
Is that you, Patrick? Please let us know, good sir. Patrick Roche. Otherwise, minis, I do see 1 and 6 both. This guy is Roche. There we go. Larry Roche Chevrolet, Steven. You know those commercials?
I think I do.
Yeah.
Not ringing a bell as it sits right now.
Okay, that's okay. When you hear it, you'll know it.
Right.
So 1 and 6 coming up, and the mini personals. Otherwise, guys, we still got 7 spots to go in that college double. Again, we have that Tom Brady helmet worth upwards of $3,000. Could be a little bit less, of course. Like I said, it is always give or take with values. But even if you want to lowball that thing, Steven, that Tom Brady on the low estimate, going for 2,500 plus for $178, that thing is sick.
A great deal, right?
So, Tanya, there's a mystery box tab. So I'll drop the live break page link first. This is the most important thing on the break page. I'll drop this in. And then the mystery box tab is right next to the break page. Mini personals, for example, cost $179.99, but you are guaranteed to win a mini helmet. Now, some of these minis, Steven, are worth less than that. Some are worth more, depending on what you get, right? It's the risk you take. But if you buy that personal, it's the same concept as buying all 8 break spots. You are guaranteed to win if you buy the personal. That is for sure. So definitely recommend for the people that have the money to spend, Steven, buying out the break or buying the personal, you get guaranteed wins that way, right?
That's true.
And I would say this is a good one. This is a good one, Patrick. How about Marshall? It is Marshall Faulk on the AMP Mini for the Rams.
Oh, okay, very nice.
One of 3 guys with 1,000 rush yards and 1,000 receiving yards in the same season, Steven. Former 3-time Offensive Player of the Year, a Super Bowl champion, a league MVP, one of the 10 greatest running backs to ever play the game, Marshall Faulk.
That's pretty good.
That is very good on the AMP lid. Very cool. Very, very nice, Patrick. Patrick says nice. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, on the Marshall Faulk mini. Get that one written up for Patrick. And there's one more coming up next, Steven. One more in this gentleman's mini double. Already got one headliner in Marshall Faulk. Could he get another one next? And this is how the personals and buying out the breaks could be worth it, Steven, if you get a headliner. Think of it this way. You get a headliner, you're doing pretty good. So you always want to get the headliners when you buy the personals or buy out the breaks, right? Then it's worth the purchase, as we say in the room here. Mm-hmm. All right, number 6 is next. Number 6 is next. Ooh. Well. Back-to-back headliners. Jared Allen on the mini here.
Wow.
Very, very clean Minnesota Vikings speed mini. NFL's all-time record holder in safeties. Also a member of the 100 Sack Club. Recent Pro Football Hall of Famer. One of the all-time greats, Jared Allen.
Very
So
nice.
I would say, Patrick,
Well done.
pretty good with the personals, my man.
I would say so.
In fact, we had 3 personals today, and all 3 were headliners, Steven.
That's true.
Warren Sapp, I think, was a secondary headliner. Marshall Faulk and Jared Allen photoed headliners in this mini-series. So, I mean, guys, a lot of cool stuff is coming out. Come and get this awesome heat while you still can, right? I do think the best mini, though, is left, Steven. Justin Jefferson.
Yes, he is.
And the best item in that mini-series, still available, Jay Jettas. Random one says, nice, thanks, fellas. Yes, sir. You are very, very welcome, my man. Congrats on your mini helmet, sir.
I would say in the break format as well, there's some lovely double-up possibilities in that NFC North.
DJ Moore, Jordan Addison,
Justin.
and Justin Jefferson. That sounds lovely to me, Steven.
Yeah, right?
Sounds lovely to me, sir. Oh, your time will come, Tanya. Sometimes there's losing streaks, but sometimes the wins come in bunches, as we say, Steven, right?
Yep, but like home runs.
They're like home runs. Will's waiting for the vault single. All right, Will. Well, the vault single is 5 to go. I'll drop that link in the chat, guys.
Keep it going, ladies and gentlemen.
Where are my Cowboy fans at? Where are my Panther fans at? I mean, we have probably the greatest Panther of all time, Steven, Julius Peppers. Luke Kuechly is great. I think Julius Peppers is better. Steve Smith was receiver. Receivers are cool. But I'll be honest with you. I think Julius Peppers is the best Panther ever.
Yeah, I think so.
Right?
I agree with that.
That is an awesome, awesome lid. You want to get the greatest player ever for a given franchise. Carolina Panther greatest player ever, Julius Peppers, hands down. Micah Parsons, probably the best Cowboy player today. It's him or CeeDee Lamb, right?
Right, absolutely.
Take your pick. We still have in that vault Justin Jefferson, the best Viking in the NFL, the best dang receiver in the league. There's a $200 vault key out there as well, a little bonus money potentially in the vault. So Will is waiting. So am I, right? I want to see this break go down. Not to mention there's a secondary headliner, Derwin James. There's only 7 boxes left.
Yep.
What did we just buy into, Steven?
I got college double spot taken by Larry Jensen.
What's up, LJ? Larry gets it. The most expensive helmet in the break room. Valued at close to $3,000. A Tom Brady Michigan Speed Flex. We probably get the Brady Michigan about once a month, Steven. I would say,
On
right?
average. Maybe on average.
Like, I mean, we got a lot of Patriots, got a lot of Bucks.
Excuse me.
The Michigan one is more unique. It is less common. Let's get that Brady. Brady, by the way, not the best college quarterback on this graphic, though. Bo Nix, better quarterback in college. Baker Mayfield, better quarterback in college.
Yeah.
That ESPN article that Don
There'll be
showed
some
me,
some names that could be not listed that are better college quarterbacks.
Johnny Manziel,
Vince
Matt
Young.
Leinart.
I haven't seen him in a while. Vince
Vince
Young.
Young, Jameis Winston.
Right?
I was going to say, Steven, there's an ESPN article recently that had Baker Mayfield as the number 2 college quarterback of all time,
Really?
which is crazy. But that's how good this guy was in college. You talk to an Oklahoma fan, they will give you more than what the helmet is worth, Steven, because they love Baker Mayfield. Why Michigan, Grim Reaper? Because it's a college series, and it's for you, Grim. He's a big blue guy for Tom Brady, right? Like, I'll ask you this, Grim Reaper. You're a Michigan fan. Just give me an honest answer. You know, do Michigan fans, like, really rep Brady? Because Brady was solid in Michigan, but he certainly isn't one of the all-time great college players.
Not the Michigan fans of my life.
Like,
They don't.
that's what I'm saying. Like, they don't talk about Tom Brady, do they?
They don't.
Because I would.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, for me, I'm a Mizzou guy. Brad Pitt didn't graduate from Mizzou. He almost did. I talk about Brad Pitt being a Mizzou
He attended
alum,
educational.
journalism major.
Do you
like
have
me.
to graduate to be an alumni?
I think technically.
Really?
But he went to Mizzou. I'm not sure. That's a great question, Steven. But, like, if I'm a fan of a team, I would rep everybody. Like for example, Steven, I'll give you a good example. White Sox. I'm a Chicago fan. I like the Sox and the Cubs.
According to AI, no, you do not have to graduate to be considered an alumni.
Okay.
The term alumni refers to anyone who has attended school, college, or university, regardless of whether they graduated or not.
Well, I would rep Ken Griffey Jr. as a White Sox fan, Steven. Because he played for the White Sox. One of the best players ever played for the White Sox.
I have 4 to go on that college double.
Grim Reaper said we don't really recognize him. Why is that? Because he wasn't great at Michigan?
He beat Texas in a Rose Bowl, didn't he?
I think so. I don't know. That to me doesn't make any sense, Steven. Like, I get that, you know, he wasn't quite the player, obviously, that he was in the NFL, but he went to your school. I mean, probably the greatest football player of all time went to your college. I would be repping the heck out of Tom Brady if I were a Michigan fan, Steven. I would get my baby a Tom Brady onesie.
Milk him
That's
for
what I
those
would do.
appearances.
Right? Well, maybe if the fans appreciated him more, he would go to Michigan Stadium more.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, other athletes, like, you know, Griffey for the White Sox, who's a guy that, you know, maybe briefly put on your team as an all-time great, but you don't really think of him as that team. Is there a guy like that for the Cubs, Steven? Or any sports team? I mean, trying to think what a good example of that would be.
Not sure. That's a good question.
I mean, like Scottie Pippen on the Blazers,
Yeah.
right?
Russell Wilson on any of these last 2 teams?
I'd say it has to do with his NFL career, all the scandals. Well, Grim Reaper, let me give you a counter argument then.
All the scandals?
Do Michigan fans get mad at Harbaugh for the scandals?
That's
that
what
we
I'm
won't
saying.
call them? Or is if you win a college championship, you're
It all goes
forgiven?
away. That's usually how it goes.
So do Michigan fans like Brian Greasy more than Tom Brady? Because
Probably.
Brian Greasy won a natty, Steven.
Probably.
Tom Brady did not.
JJ McCarthy?
Another great question. Would you rather have a McCarthy speed flex or a Brady flex? Obviously, you could get more resale value for the Brady. You know, over 2,000, close to 3,000 in value, Steven, depending on where you're going. But if you're a Michigan fan in your man cave, like Grim Reaper, would you rather have a JJ McCarthy speed flex or a Tom Brady Michigan speed flex to put up in your man cave?
Great question.
It's a great question, isn't it? He says JJ. Okay.
See?
That's interesting.
He won him the ring.
That is very interesting.
No
It's
matter
just
how
like-
much they
It's the Tom Brady
no,
autograph.
no matter
though,
how much
Steven.
they sent people to spy on other people's playbooks.
Right? I'd sell the Brady, he says. Okay, fair. And here's the truth, Steven. I'm going to say this and I'm going to say this again. I feel like not only myself and yourself and pretty much everyone on staff will say this to our customers. Guys, if you like something, make a move in the breaks. That break was 7 to go. As soon as one person made it 6 to go, then it became 5 to go, Steven. Then it became 4 to go. right off the bat. It is
Right.
4 spots to go now. This will sell quickly. Had that 1 or 2 people that were interested bought in about 20 minutes ago, we have already done this break already, Steven.
Mm-hmm.
So don't wait till the break gets down to 3 or 4. If the break says 8, 7, or 6, I would say, Steven, think about how close it is to 3 spots to go. Once it's at 3 to go, it sells out ASAP. It's super close, more than halfway there. Everyone buys the spots. So if you like something and it says 7 to go, you get a spot, it's at 6 to go, then it's only 3 spots left before it fills.
Right.
Now, literally, guys, we were at 7 to go about 5 minutes ago, and now we're at 4 to go, just like that. So you got to make the first move, man. You got to make the first move. Someone's got to make the first move. Someone's got to be, the man to make the move, Steven.
True.
I mean, I know, people meet their love of their lives.
You gotta make their move first. You gotta make it move.
You got to make the first move. I'm sure you made the first move.
I did.
You did, you see? Otherwise, you could be single now, Steven, if it wasn't for that.
I could have more time on my hands.
Come on, Steven. Your wife might be watching. Be careful what you're saying.
She
here.
might be, but
Be careful.
I'm happy with my filled time.
Okay, good. Good.
But see, this is the problem now. I don't got all night common to be hanging out in this break room and
Yeah,
not
kids.
doing breaks.
Well,
We need
kid,
to get these breaks rolling.
I agree, Steven.
That's more the point behind this.
Yes.
We are working. We go live at 6 o'clock every single day,
Yeah.
and we've only done. Hold on. We've done some personals.
We've done a bunch of personals.
We've done 2 breaks.
We want more breaks.
Exactly.
We're
I want to
hungry,
do
man.
more breaks, and this college double is absolutely the way to go. And I think we are 3 to go on it now. So hopefully, we start to build some momentum.
Yeah, Tripod Reese. We got a Cincinnati Bearcat. One of the best corners in the NFL, Sauce Gardner, is listed in here. So Tripod Reese, Sauce Gardner, could be yours, my man. It could be yours. It's been a bango kind of night tonight, Todd. We pulled Anthony Munoz earlier just as a filler hit in the practice squad. So pretty decent chance. Another Cincinnati guy like Sauce Gardner could be coming out next.
Right.
Bearcat listed in the college series. Low-key Cincinnati with the Kelsey brothers and Sauce Gardner. Some real talent out of the college football ranks, Steven.
We
Real
haven't gotten this
talent.
guy's autograph, but I think the Seahawks have a guy from Cincinnati too, the other corner. Because didn't they have 2 good corners with
Yeah.
Sauce? It was Bryant or something like that.
I think you're right.
It wasn't. Might have been Kobe.
You know who goes to Cincinnati?
Currently,
Yeah.
Ian Happ. No, I'm just kidding.
Did he go there?
He did go there. Yeah.
Ian Happ, Cub star. Jeff's daughter, our GM,
Oh, okay.
goes to college there. She was back for spring break this weekend, though.
Very nice.
So Bearcats in the house there, Tripod Reese. Is he the guy that got in here, Todd?
No, Roy Kenny hopped in.
Okay, so I'm going to say, if you're happy about the Bearcat, you know very well we don't get a lot of Cincinnati lids in the break room. That's the Cincinnati Bearcats. The Bengals we get plenty of. But who knows? Sauce Gardner could come out in the very first box. If you want that, come and get it. Kobe Bryant is the other Bear cornerback. Not the basketball player, another Kobe Bryant. I love what JJ next to Charles says Grim Reaper. Well, I'm willing to bet that JJ McCarthy will reappear in the break room. But for now, you got to settle with the greatest player to ever play for Michigan. Maybe not at the college level, Steven, but the most expensive autograph, pushing $3,000 in value, Tom Brady, Michigan Speed Flex. And that break, is it sold out?
1 to go. I have 1 to go. Hold on. Let's check the.
Did Mr. Tripod get in?
I'm not sure who Mr. Tripod is.
That's Tripod Todd Reese.
Yes, he did get in.
All right, that's my guy.
And it is closed. It is closed. So
Is that Larry Roche's Chevrolet?
it was.
I'm only in because you guys finally put a Bearcat in. Just for you, buddy. You're welcome, Todd. Sauce Gardner
All
on
right, you
the
said that
Bearcat lid.
Here we go. Perfect. Found it.
So college doubles coming up.
That is good to go for you, my friend.
So I'll go ahead and ask for, this is the pairing. So college double, drop me 1 number from the old series and 1 number from the new series, guys. The college double box break. Double the boxes, double the fun here in the Ultimate Autographs live break room. Who's going to pull the magic? We got 4 old and 22 in the new. Thank you, Michael.
All right, so 4 old, 22 new.
All right, guys, real quick, I'm going to show you guys how we're running this break. So this is the double pairing. So we have the old college first, and then we have the new college second. Thank you, class dismissed. I'm going to go ahead and randomize you guys one time. So the person that gets the top spot will get Purdue, Michigan, and UCLA in the old. You will also get Michigan, Texas Tech, and Syracuse in the new. Whoever gets the second spot down gets USC, Kentucky, Clemson, UCF in the old, and then, of course, in the new, Oklahoma, Clemson, and East Carolina. So it's the one randomization. You guys are getting the top spot, the second spot, the third spot, so on and so forth. I got you, Grim Reaper. Take care of the kids first, and then spend your money here in the break room when you can, my man. We are here every single day, 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m., and 6 p.m. Central Time every single day in the break room. So if you have, run out of funds, wait a couple weeks, get in when you can. We are here every single day. All right, folks, let's get this college double box randomized here. 8 clicks on the way. All right, 4, 5, 6. Make sure it's 8. It is 8, 3 and a 5. So 7 and 8 clicks. All right, Roy Kenny, you've got the top spot. This is the Purdue, Michigan, UCLA. And we got Todd Reese, got the second spot, USC, Kentucky, Clemson, UCF. That's the old series. As for the new set, guys, the top spot on the new one is going to be Michigan, Texas Tech, Syracuse, Oklahoma, Clemson, East Carolina. So I'm actually going to go over the first break first with the old, then we'll look at the new set afterwards, guys. So in the old, it's Auburn, Pitt, FSU for Rudy, OSU, UNC, and Cal for Larry. Shane's got Texas, Bama, Boston College, ECU. Patrick has A&M, Georgia, Illinois, Miami. Michael has LSU, Oklahoma, Syracuse. Then Notre Dame, Oregon, and Liberty for Todd. And then I'll run the the new series after this, excuse me. All right, we got ourselves a full-size replica. So this will not be the Bo Nix or the Myles Garrett. Now there's a 50% chance at a headliner in the old series. We do have a Cincinnati Bengal here, Todd, on the Illinois full-size helmet. The Matt White, Chase Brown on the Fighting Illini.
I'm a fan of his auto.
Right? Beautiful auto. That is Patrick Roche. You've got the Illinois spot. You know what we call this, Steven, in the break room? We call it closer magic for the Chase Brown helmet. The last spot in that double box. Congrats on your Chase Brown lid. And he's pretty good. The Bengals needed an O-line, Steven, that could help this guy. But he was a John Cornish Trophy winner in 2022 at Illinois. Second team All Big Ten as well. I mean, guy has over 1,000 yards in his early NFL career. He was really good at Illinois. 2022, 1,643 rushing yards and 10 rushing touchdowns for Chase Brown. Who dey, says Tripod Reese. And yes, the Liberty player was Mr. Willis. Malik Willis, Steven.
Malik Willis.
Malik Willis was the Liberty. It was an authentic helmet, too, by the way, on the Liberty player. Started 9 games last year, almost had 1,000 yards, right, Tripod Reese? Chase Brown is pretty good. Their offense, is missing one thing and one thing only, Steven, an offensive line.
Yeah.
Imagine how much better this guy would be with an even better offensive line.
I could also argue that the offense is missing a defense.
That too. Yeah, that too.
Maybe just a little less pressure on them? I don't know. Just my thought personally.
Clean helmet. I know Colin Rudison was somewhere drooling at home right now. Beckett QR code on that Chase Brown, right? Very, very nice. I'll put this lid back
I love
in.
seeing those, Illinois, not necessarily a powerhouse for football, but they have had some NFL successful players in the league, and do right now. Chase Brown, a la.
Sure. Devin
Still
Witherspoon.
Yep, Devin Witherspoon's really good.
Right.
I enjoy seeing the memorabilia from the schools.
Dick Butkus went there.
And Dick Butkus attended there, yes.
Dick Butkus, a legend for Illinois.
And is it Rashard Mendenhall?
Yes.
Was he there?
Former
Yeah.
Steeler running back. He was on Illinois when they played USC in the Rose Bowl, I believe, back
The
in that
Juice
era.
Williams led.
My Facebook friend, Juice Williams.
Juice Williams.
Did you know I'm Facebook friends with him, Steven?
I think
to
you've
this
told me
day?
that before, yeah.
Yeah, I added him way back in the day when I was an Illinois fan. And every year I wish him a happy birthday when it's his birthday. So, the Juice. All right, this is the new set coming up next. The new set, guys. I'll show you the spots for the new one here. We have Michigan, Texas Tech, and Syracuse for Roy Kenny. We got Todd Reese in the... By the way, Roy, that's the Brady spot, just to clarify, right? Speed Flex worth in the ballpark of $3,000. Could be a little bit less, but in the ballpark of $3,000.
It was 22, right?
Yes, 4 and 22.
Make sure.
22 in the new, the midterms. So Oklahoma, Clemson, East Carolina is Todd. We got Bama, UNC, UCLA is Rudy. Penn State, Cincinnati, BYU is Larry. By the way, Todd, Oklahoma spots the Peterson Rip Flex, which is probably the second most valuable item in this series. Ole Miss, Texas, Purdue is Shane. Do have an A.J. Brown Flex. Notre Dame, Texas A&M, and FSU is Patrick Roche. And then we got Georgia, OSU, LSU is Michael, and Todd has Oregon, Miami, and Kent State in this awesome, awesome college break. 22 coming up in the midterms. 22 out of 30. All right, this is another full-size replica. So I believe this will not be a photoed headliner, Steven. But this is one of the greatest football players of all time, period. Boiler up, baby. Boiler up.
Oh, my gosh.
Rod Woodson on the full-size replica. He's got the most career pick sixes in NFL history. Third most interceptions in NFL history.
That's pretty crazy.
He's a Pro Football Hall of Famer, a Steeler legend, a College Football Hall of Famer, a Purdue legend, one of the best safeties, defensive backs of all time. That is the Purdue spot. That is Shane Huckabee, Rod Woodson. And this is the Anmore section, Steven. An absolute icon of football. Rod Woodson on the rep helmet. I like that one. That's different, but very, very cool on Rod Woodson.
Nice win there.
Right? Very nice win. Very, very nice win on
Again,
Rod
another
Woodson.
school that's not necessarily a powerhouse, right? But
Sure.
you get to see the gold and black. Every school,
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees, they generally all have an alumni that,
Bob Greasy went there. Mike Allstott.
yeah.
They had some dudes. For sure. And Rod Woodson, 11-time Pro Bowler in the NFL, former All-American in college football. Like I said, pro and a College Football Hall of Famer. Most career interceptions returned for a touchdown, 12. Tied with Darren Sharper for most defensive touchdowns, 13 total. So must have had
crazy to
one
think
scoop
about.
and score or
Yeah.
something, Rod Woodson. So good hit, Shane. A good hit indeed,
That's crazy to think
Mr.
about.
Huckabee.
12 defensive touchdowns.
That's a lot. I mean, that's like almost one in a year that he averaged.
Right.
That's like, I mean, look, being a professional football player is not easy. If you average one touchdown a season, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool for sure. KSU has some interesting hit possibilities. I could almost guarantee a Sproles filler. Yeah, Darren Sproles, who had more than 1,900 rushing yards one year at Kansas State, is probably the K-State hit. I know he recently won a championship with Ohio State, but I have seen Will Howard at K-State helmets before, Steven.
We have, yeah.
Another K-State hit in the room. But if I had to guess, I would also guess Darren Sproles. But I guess we got to find out, Steven. We got to see it, man.
We got to see it.
We got to see it. So clean lid on Rod Woodson. Very, very nice. We'll go ahead and put this back in the box. I'm going to try to put this in for you guys, but I will have our shipping team double check if I don't do this properly, Steven. But I think I got it, actually. I think I got the rep. The plastic things tend to come off the rep sometimes, unfortunately, right?
Yeah.
And that's what's great about the college series, I'll be honest with you, Steven. You know, we can guess at the K-State hit. I want to see what some of these other hits are. Like, what's the Texas hit? Like, it could be Ricky Williams actually, it is Ricky Williams. Ricky Williams is the secondary headliner in the series. Mm-hmm. Third all-time in college football rushing yards. Didn't even make photoed headliner status, right?
Crazy.
That is crazy. Like, what is the UCLA? Is it Maurice Jones-Drew? Is it Jonathan Ogden?
Great question.
We got to find out, right? East Carolina's probably CJ2K. I think Texas Tech is Zach Thomas. Who's Syracuse, though?
Probably Zaire Franklin.
Okay, maybe.
We've gotten him more recently.
Say Jim Brown would be photoed. So, I guess we'll find out. I got you, Charles. Look, man, always spend responsibly, my man. Don't spend more than you could afford, Charles Nelson. But obviously that new job is going to help you, my man. Be responsible as best you can, Charles. I'll put it that way, right? I mean, I always say have fun in this break room, Steven.
Yep.
The best way to spend the extra money you have. If you're going to spend money gambling on DraftKings, you're going to spend money, going out to the bars, you're going to spend money buying random stuff online, like whether it's jerseys or shoes, etc. If you have disposable income, there is no place I would recommend spending it more than Ultimate Autographs. With that said, I have never, nor would I ever recommend anyone dipping in their 401k to spend in the break room.
No.
You should, know your limits, set your limits, and spend the money you can. The other thing I'll say, Steven, I'll be honest, I say this a lot. How do you have fun in the break room and not overspend? You tell all your friends to come play the break room.
Yep.
If you buy a spot and all your friends buy a spot, one spot a night. I mean, we have 33 people watching right now. If everyone tells 5 of their friends about the break room, and then we have all of a sudden 150 people watching, Steven, and you each buy one spot, that way you don't have to buy 3 spots, 4 spots, 5 spots. You don't run out of money, breaks still happen, and everybody's happy. So click that share button, tell all your friends, the best place for disposable income, but I will say, be responsible.
Be responsible, yeah.
Be responsible. I've never wished that upon anybody. Spend the money that you can for sure. So, best of luck, Charles, with everything, my man. We do love the energy you have. In Charles's case, sounds like he's got to maybe not be as patient in selling the bats, Steven, right? If you need the money right away, sell the memorabilia right away. Just know if you have it for longer, you'll get more for it in the long run.
Yeah, get yourself right, and then obviously we're here every single day.
Yes.
All day, essentially.
Take a break for 3-4 weeks if you need to.
We'll
Come
be
back
here.
in 3 weeks. We'll be here still.
Mm-hmm.
Every single day. Every single day, be here in the break room. So, there you go. Yeah, the drip helmets are fire for sure, Grim Reaper. The drip helmets are absolute fire. We got 3 spots to go in that practice squad double, Steven.
Yes, we do.
Also 3 spots to go in the jersey break. $98 in here. Brian Urlacher Authentic worth a lot more than $98. Even the Max Crosby jersey worth more than $98. We are down to 5 practice squads left. Is that right? I think we did a practice squad earlier, did we
did
not?
a single, yes.
So 5 practice squads left. We got ourselves 2 headliners left. Max Crosby and Brian Urlacher. A 40% chance at a photoed headliner. And I got to be honest, the filler hit wasn't bad. Anthony Munoz, not bad at all if you ask me. here in the practice squad break. Not bad at all. Excessive celebration. That break is coming up here soon. 3 spots left. Let's get that knocked out. We do have the jersey break as well with 3 spots left. Looking at the Brian Dawkins, the AJ Green jersey, Randall Cunningham, that beautiful Kelly Green jersey, Gale Sayers on the Bears jersey, and then how about that retro Ty Law jersey? The retro Patriot jersey is clean, and then we do have the Anquan Bolden still lurking on that Raven jersey, the former great receiver Anquan Bolden. And guys, the best bang for your buck, I would say, is the diamond helmets for sure. We have a sick Chrome Flex Randy Moss still available. Now, this is going for $1,500 or more. Beautiful Speed Flex, the two-tone, the purple and the gold visor, the gold face mask. That thing is absolutely nuts. Love that Randy Moss helmet. See you tomorrow, Tanya. 9, 12, 3, and 6 every single day. Good luck, Will, she says. Here's that Jerome Bettis Chrome Flex, Steven. One of the best running backs of all time. A lot of folks don't realize this guy is 8th all-time in rushing yards.
Right.
He's not just a goal line running back. He's a really good running back, period. Jerome Bettis on that Chrome Speed Flex. All aboard that bus. We still have TJ Watt, the best dang defensive player in the NFL today. We got the Bo Nix on that beautiful Matt White. Speaking of guys that will rise in autograph value, Steven, this guy is rising. Still got the Andre Johnson Flash Authentic. One of the best receivers ever. 11th all-time in receiving yards. And his best receiver, or his best quarterback was Matt Schaub? You kidding me?
Not bad.
That's ridiculous. Kurt Warner on that beautiful Speed Flex. The Cardinals salute the service. One of the best quarterbacks of all time. He's got the most playoff passing yards per game. 2-time MVP. Hall of Fame quarterback. Very, very nice on the STS. Let's get those diamonds moving. The best bang for your buck. The best break in the room. The diamond helmets. 5 to go in that vault break. We got 7 boxes left. $200 vault key. Secondary headliner Derwin James. Photoed headliners Micah Parsons. Again, you want to talk about autograph value? Dallas Cowboy lids are worth a lot. Everyone wants Cowboy players. This guy's the best Cowboy player, Steven. Micah Parsons, period. Right now, today. Julius Peppers, Justin Jefferson. Jay Jetta's the most popular receiver, the best receiver in the game. His autograph value rising fast as well. And then, of course, you want to talk about value? Retail value for a Brady Flex, about $3,000 on the Michigan Speed Flex. Yes, guys, I agree. You might find it for a little bit less on eBay, whether it's $2,500 though or $3,000, Steven. That is a whole lot more money than $178.
Yep.
Get yourself the greatest football player in the history of the NFL on what is a rare item in the room, Tom Brady, Michigan Speed Flex. 30 boxes in the series, 29 left now with the pairing. It's one in the old, one in the new. Every single headliner in here is left, Steven. We have not seen a single headliner come out. Mike Evans on the beautiful Camel Authentic. We got the Eddie George on that Eclipse. Former Heisman Trophy winner, one of the best running backs in college history. Bo Nix, Steven, got a fun little college record. Most career starts of any college quarterback. Bo Nix.
Yeah.
This guy has played a lot of games. Lawrence Taylor, the greatest defensive player ever. Everyone's got to have one of those in their PC. Part of football history. Terrell Davis, the NFL Hall of Fame running back. Ray Lewis on that Miami 305. Whether it's the Miami team, the Ravens, Ray Lewis. In my opinion, the second best defensive player of all time. LT and Ray Lewis, the 2 best ever at what they do. Adrian Peterson, top 5 running back ever. Beautiful Rip Speed Flex worth over $1,000 in here. Get it for less than $200 in that pairing. We do have the Saquon Barkley Speed Flex. Speaking of a guy that's rising in value, this dude just had the best season in the NFL. Allen was the most valuable player, but Saquon had the best season in the NFL. Beautiful flex for Saquon. Jerome Bettis in that beautiful navy with that gold face mask, that clover. By the way, Steven, I learned this recently from Jerome Bettis' LinkedIn, which somehow I follow him on LinkedIn.
Nice.
His nickname, The Bus, originated at Notre Dame. Notre Dame announcer called him The Bus. He hated it, but he learned to love it. The Pittsburgh Steelers announcer picked it up, and the rest is history. A.J. Brown, speed flex, one of the best receivers in the NFL. Baker Mayfield, speed flex, one of the greatest college quarterbacks ever. We have 29 boxes left, and we have, 4, 7, 9, 12 photoed headliners in 29 boxes. With the secondary, Gardner, Carter, Hopkins, Thomas, and Williams, we're looking at a 17 in 29 chance at a headliner, Steven.
Yeah.
Not a math major, but that is better than 50%. That is really good in that college. So David says, are the Giants drafting Sanders now, or do you think they pass? That's a great question.
I think they should get their quarterback.
I think they're going to draft them as well.
They have you can't sit here and think that Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston are your.
They're not long-term solutions.
Yeah.
I will say, though, it is kind of interesting they got both of them.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that leads me to believe that there's a chance they're going to go with Russell Wilson. Because, next year the quarterback class is supposed to be better. But if Shadour's there, I might take a flyer on him. You got to have a quarterback in the NFL. Russell Wilson might have a little bit left in him, but he's not a long-term solution, Steven. I'll put it that way.
Right.
Not a long-term solution. I think we need to close the vault single for Will, says Charles. Let's do it. I'm game with that. I would love to close the vault single. Why not, guys? Let's make that happen. Vault single's only 5 spots to go. I'll drop that link in the chat. I'll drop that practice squad double link. These should both go down tonight. Vault single, 5 spots left. If there's one thing that we know about the NFL, Steven, is you got to have your quarterback.
Yes.
If you don't have a quarterback these days, not much else happens. Obviously, you got to have everything good to win a Super Bowl, Steven. But, the last, non-great quarterback to win a Super Bowl was Joe Flacco? And he was really good in that run. So here's the practice squad double, 2 spots to go. I'll tell you one team that I think does have their quarterback, and this is one that even surprised me a little bit. That would be the Broncos. I like Bo Nix a lot. We have Bo Nix in both college series, by the way. The old series has 4 boxes left. Bo Nix on that Oregon Duck authentic. Then Myles Garrett, the highest paid non-quarterback in football history. Valuable auto on that A&M lid. 2 and 4 chance at a headliner there. Bo Nix in the new series. Then we have the Bo Nix Matt White on that Bronco authentic. I think very underappreciated season for Bo Nix. Again, I think he did less with more. You look at the guys he had on his team. Number 1 receiver, Cortland Sutton, was a Denzel Mims, a bunch of guys I've never heard of, Steven. And now they got this guy in the offseason. They're adding Ingram from the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Really good pass-catching tight end.
Might draft a guy as well.
Right? You got to have your quarterback. Bo Nix. The Broncos have their quarterback. The Rams and Cardinals had Kurt Warner. And then, of course, how about some other quarterbacks? We talked a lot about the Tom Brady flex worth, in the 3,000 ballpark. Could be a little bit less, a little bit more on the Michigan lid. We got some great quarterbacks in that can't miss series. Can't miss is still pretty open, but we have Peyton Manning on that Eclipse Mini. 55 passing touchdowns for Manning as a Bronco. To this day, the single-season passing touchdown record, Steven.
Right.
We have Joe Montana, a top 5 quarterback of all time. I don't care what it's on. A napkin could be on, a mini or a jersey. $45 for a Manning mini, a Montana mini, a Megatron jersey, rare autograph in the break room, a Jerry Rice mini, the GOAT receiver, a TJ and JJ Watt, the greatest football brother combo of all time, Curtis Martin, the nicest auto in the game. All these are good.
These are all
Aikman
good, right?
is a rare auto in the room. We don't get a lot of Troy Aikman, the 3-time Super Bowl champion for the Dallas Cowboys. Rare autograph in the room. That's out there in that can't-miss jersey and mini, which has 16 headliners in the final 27 boxes for those counting at home. So King MC says I think they pass and they go for Riley Leonard later on. Okay.
Oh.
That's a strategy. The Notre Dame quarterback, a dual threat guy, Riley Leonard.
I think I agree with. I think they should draft Shador,
Okay.
but that whole HBO offseason thing's really screwed my view.
Not helping.
It does not help. And you know what happens, Common? Sometimes, would you say that he's on the hot seat? Shane and Dayball?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The GM's very much on the hot seat.
He better
Absolutely.
be. Yeah, absolutely. He's going to have to make
Well,
ballsy moves.
And that
Maybe
is why,
not the move the best for the
that-
franchise, but ballsy moves.
That is why, though, maybe like whatever they do, they got Russell Wilson because he gives them the best chance for this season.
He does, absolutely.
That's
but,
what they did.
But maybe they pick, like an Abdul Carter type, to enhance the pass rush.
Yeah.
Or trade back and get the receiver from Arizona to pair with Malik
I
Neighbors.
think Abdul Carter is going to be the first pick, is what I'm hearing, possibly.
But I'm just,
He's a
I
beast.
think the Titans are also interested in trading that pick as well.
Sure.
But either way, I don't know if the Giants are going to make the correct move for the future of the franchise because they need to win this year. And they're not going to.
Yes, they played in a tough division.
Yeah.
Tough division with the Cowboys, the Eagles, Saquon Barkley in this college series. One thing the Giants will have a problem with, no matter what, stopping this guy, Saquon Barkley. A guy that is rising in value in the football world. A guy that the Giants miss. He should be fired, says Michael Convey, which, partly for letting this guy go, Saquon Barkley,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Alex Telez says Giants going to draft Hunter and draft Dart in round 2 or get back in the late first and get him. Talking about Jackson Dart, the Ole Miss quarterback, a guy that is one of those risky picks, a lot of talent. He's very inconsistent, Jackson Dart. I would liken him to Jameis Winston. I'll put it that way.
Again, if this was like a brand new GM situation,
Sure.
I think a lot of different decisions could be made because, like you said, right, next year's class is supposed to be quote unquote better. Quote unquote. Doesn't necessarily mean anything. Right player, right system, they can flourish. There's no doubt about that. But the Giants are on a different timeline than that.
David will trade GMs. They'll trade Mickey Loomis to them if they need a GM. If I'm the Titans, I'm drafting Abdul Carter and building a filthy defensive line, getting a quarterback next year, but they'll end up getting Ward. Yeah, there's the classic,
But the Titans start on that timeline too, right? New coach,
Yeah.
new GM. They're kind of starting fresh. So maybe they do make the right move.
the classic, decision in the NFL. Do you draft a quarterback or do you draft the best available? Because everything I've heard, Abdul Carter is the best available, but he's not a quarterback. And the quarterback does matter a whole lot.
He's got a foot issue, quote unquote, too.
Who does?
Abdul Carter.
Okay.
I think they have to do surgery on his foot.
He'll be fine.
I'm not sure. I'm not concerned
What
about
draft
it.
pick was Bo Nix? Was he 12, Steven?
But
Bo
yeah,
Nix?
he was 12. 12.
Because this is a guy that fell last year. A lot of people said, what in the world is Sean Payton doing drafting Bo Nix?
It was the first time, right? 6 quarterbacks taken in the first 12, 13 picks.
This was probably the best draft pick, for the position in last year's draft. Maybe argue Jaden Daniels number 2 has worked out really well, but for the spot they got him, I think it was 12 for Bo Nix. I think
He's
that
just trying
was
to be the second Bronco first-round quarterback to win a playoff game,
join Tim Tebow.
right? Elite company.
2024 NFL draft. Let me see here. We had so Bo Nix was 12 to the Broncos, or was it Brock Bowers 13 to the Raiders, the best pick?
I love Alex, but Alex, you're too logical in this sense.
Right?
This is not how teams that draft at the top of the draft generally think. I think the Titans are in a lot different position because they know their timeline, right? They are not going to be good this year.
Sure.
They might make the correct move, right, and draft Abdul Carter, get that filthy pass rusher like the Browns did with Myles Garrett in 2018, I believe, or 2019, one of those 2 drafts. Get that pass rusher, right? But again, the Giants, they're on a different timeline. The Browns, they've been on a 60-year timeline.
I'll tell you what, Steven.
They've been out there trying to figure it out.
The best teams find a way to draft people.
Regardless
There's so
of
many
position.
names that we don't even know about. For example, for a lot of football fans, Tom Brady, 6th-round draft pick. Nobody thought that was a good pickup by the Patriots. I mean, look at what the Chiefs have done in recent years. Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, Nick Bolton, Xavier Worthy. I mean, all these players, late 1st round, 2nd round,
You know what I'm
3rd
gonna say?
round.
You know what I'm gonna
There's
say?
a lot of steals to be had,
You know what I'm
Steven.
going to say, Common?
What's that?
It's not a hot take, but the NFL draft is like this break room.
Yeah.
We all get obsessed with the top 8 picks, the headliners, the big boys, the
like
big
this.
boys. But who's stopping Tyler Booker, the inside linebacker from Alabama, being a star at 18? What about Mikael Williams, the edge rusher from Georgia, projected to go 17th? Mike Green from Marshall, Jahdae Barron from Texas, Josh Simmons, the tackle from Ohio State. What are these guys could be the reason your team goes to that next level next year?
And I'll tell you what.
And we're not even discussing them.
If we're talking about the NFL draft, we're starting with college football. And to me, even if it's a replica helmet, I don't care, Steven. Ricky Williams is a part of college football history, Steven. We're talking about a guy that is top 3 all time in college football rushing yards, and he played at Texas,
Yep.
and he won a Heisman Trophy. Yeah, I know it was not a good pick by the Saints and Mike Ditka to basically trade their whole draft for him. But that speaks to how good this dude was.
I think it speaks to context, though, in your
And
situation.
sometimes you take a risk.
I think it speaks to your context in that situation, though. Like, what if the Saints already had that pick?
Sure.
They'd be fine.
I mean,
I think they'd be fine
look,
with that pick, you know?
when it comes to college football, there is very few programs more iconic than Texas. When it comes to Texas players, very few guys more iconic than Ricky Williams. It might be a rep helmet, Steven. I don't care. I want to get that Ricky Williams in the college series for sure, personally. Unless you're the Saints, you play to reach for every pick, says David. And one spot to go in that practice squad. Let's close
go.
it out, guys.
Let's
says
go.
Gummy Purr.
Let's
do
go.
it. Let's do it.
Love talking sports with you guys, but I'm also here to do breaks.
Yeah, I got to get those breaks done. Here's the all-time college football rushing leader, Steven. Ricky Williams in that college series, 6,279 rushing yards. Here's
What
a
he does.
giant, your boy on Wisconsin, Ron Dana second. And then all due respect to Donnell Pumphrey, playing for San Diego State and playing for Texas,
Oh, wasn't he the guy from a few years ago? What was his years?
2013 and 2016.
Okay, yeah, I remember that guy. The obscure
I mean,
school
this
guy.
is different. Playing for Texas is different. Even Wisconsin. I mean, Wisconsin just runs the ball every time. I know a lot of Wisconsin guys up here, Steven. Jonathan Taylor, 4. That's
what we do.
Ron Dane, 2. But Ricky Williams, 3rd all time.
You want to know why Wisconsin runs the football, Common? Why do we run the football? Because we produce great offensive linemen, which
And-
are smart, not sexy picks in the draft.
That's true. I was going to say also because they don't have good quarterbacks to throw the ball.
That's also extremely accurate.
Minus Russell
And my
Wilson.
number one red flag with the movie Draft Day.
Oh, I love that movie.
Great movie. I just want to go from top to bottom. I love that movie.
Sure.
There's just one fatal flaw. No quarterback from if a quarterback from Wisconsin is the projected number
People
one
don't
pick,
go to his parties.
Stay. I don't care if everyone loves him and they go to his parties. Stay away.
All right.
Stay away. And then Chats will be like, Russell Wilson. No, he went to NC State. He transferred.
He
Et
wasn't
cetera,
an
et cetera.
original pickup.
He wasn't an original.
I got you.
We did not develop him by any means.
Steven, look at this season for Ricky Williams at 97 and 98. This dude had 1,893 rushing yards.
Goodness gracious.
And 25 touchdowns in 97. And then he followed it up with 2,124 rushing yards. Mind you, in 11 games, Steven.
Goodness gracious.
27 rushing touchdowns. Heisman Trophy winner, Maxwell Award winner, Ricky Williams. Man, that is absolutely incredible for Ricky Williams. You add in his receiving yards, he had almost 2,400 yards from scrimmage
Right.
that season. Ricky Williams, 1998 for the Texas Longhorns. I mean, that's 1893 followed by 22,124. That is more than 4,000 rushing yards in the span of 2 college seasons, aka 22 games. That is a piece of college history You got to get that Ricky Williams, man. You got to get that Ricky. Might be the highest Heisman, obviously. Would be nice. David says the Saints will pass on all of them. The drafted O-lineman from Delta State with bum knees and a brain tumor, right?
From Delta State.
What's up? Elijah just got back. Sick Miami Heat. Miami hit. Mahalo, guys. What's up, Elijah? How's that practice squad filling up, Steven?
Practice squad, we're still 1 to go.
Grim Reaper says he just closed it out, apparently.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think it did just go. Yeah, I see it just sold out.
Okay, I'm waiting on that order to come on through.
It is showing
Is
sold out on
Is
the
Grim
site.
Reaper Sean Cummings?
No, but I'm guessing that he just said it closed out.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's good. Here, I'm going to put that in there for you. I just got it in.
Thank you, sir. Practice squad double. Go ahead and drop me 2 box numbers, guys. 2 box numbers in the practice squad double. Perhaps Elijah's heating up at the right time. Got the Dolphin lid. Maybe he gets the Randy Moss next, Steven, right?
Maybe.
Exactly right, Will. Patience is a virtue, my man. He waited on his first break ever for the practice squad. Waited a few days and got a Michael Vick jersey. So maybe that vault will pay off for him. Could be tonight, Steven. Could be tomorrow. But, well, you know how it goes. Good things come to those that wait sometimes.
Right.
9 and 17 in the practice squad double. I am not seeing 9 on the ticker, SMC. I do see 17, though. I need one more number. I don't see 9 on the ticker.
17's good.
17 is good. We got Donnie the Hutt or Jabba the Hutt. We got Patrick Levesque, Patrick Roche, Attack of the Patricks, Chris Godfrey, Joshua George, and Sean Cummings.
Do you have 13, 16, 25, and 27?
13, 16, 25, and 27, I do.
Yes, sir.
So need one of those numbers, guys. There is no 9 there. That's SMC as Sean Cummings. No 9, my man. Some orders coming through. TJ got in that diamond single. Thank you, Teach. Michael Grimm got in the jersey break. Thank you, Michael.
Close that one.
Yeah, jersey break is sold out as well. So that is on deck.
Okay, I will go get the second box when they give me a number. But I'll put that jersey out.
All right, you're good. I'm going to go ahead. Okay, sorry, read their long line 16 and 25. All right.
But so 16 or sorry, what?
Which one would you like, sir? So I'm going to go ahead and keep 17 because that's the first one I saw. So would you like 16 or 25, SMC? Which one would you like of those two? Let's do the one you called first, 17. I think you just read the wrong series on the ticker. So, and I'm going to move the reps to the top here so it looks cleaner. So would you like 16 or 25? I think we'll just keep the 17 that he called because that was what I saw first, technically, Steven.
That works.
So the first one, 17 is there, not 9. So, Sean, would you like, basically, Sean, give me 16 or 25 for the second one. Otherwise, I can spin the wheel. But if you want one of those two numbers, they're both good, my man. Let me know what you're thinking, brother. We are going to do 17, though. And I'm going to copy and paste the numbers, Steven. I'll go ahead and randomize these guys. We'll give them a couple of minutes here just in case. But if I don't get, a response back from him, I'll go ahead and randomize for the last one.
No worries. I got a second one up there. That next break is ready for you as well. And then, got another spot taken off in those diamonds, guys.
Let's go. Want to see a Randy Moss for $96? Probably the second best bang for your buck would be a Randy Moss flex for $96 next to $178 for Tom Brady. Mm-hmm. Let's do 16, Steven.
Sounds, excuse me, good.
And this will put us at 3 boxes left in the practice
So I
squad.
have a single and a double up. Obviously, we
And that's it.
wait to see what goes down. But
Yeah, that should be it, though, for the series. And then we'll get you guys a fresh practice squad, most likely tomorrow at some point, if not
16 and 17, right?
16 and 17. Yes, sir.
So 13, 25, and 27 are left.
That is correct. All right, 6 clicks, 7 and 8. All right, Donnie DeHut, Donnie up top. You've got the NFC North, sir. Right below in the NFC South is Patrick Roche. Sean Cummings has the NFC East. Chris Godfrey has the NFC West. Patrick Roche in the AFC North. We got Patrick Levesque in the AFC South. Patrick Roche has the AFC East. And Joshua George has the AFC West. We'll start with 17 first. I have 17 right now. We'll do 16 next. We'll go opposite order here in the practice squad double. Kind of funny, we're talking about Brian Urlacher left, the Hall of Fame Bears linebacker. How about his buddy, Lance Briggs, coming up? The 7-time Pro Bowler, in my opinion, a future Hall of Famer on the custom Bears jersey. Lance Briggs for Donnie DeHut. He can double up Briggs and Urlacher possibly in this practice squad. Very, very nice Lance Briggs jersey. That-a-boy, Donnie. That-a-boy. Get that Lance Briggs written up for you, sir. All right, all right, all right. 237 318 on the Lance Briggs. All right, we got one more box coming up. Only 4 boxes left now. Max Crosby, Brian Urlacher. It's a 2 in 4 chance at a headliner in the practice squad. As little as $49 for an Urlacher authentic or even a Max Crosby jersey. I call those steals, Steven.
Steals indeed.
Call those steals in the practice squad.
Lance Briggs.
Will, I'll be honest, Steven. Do you have the link to that folding video you put up?
It's
Does
a
it say-
TikTok. It's a TikTok.
It's a TikTok?
Yeah.
Okay, I know Will's asking to teach him how to fold a jersey. You can always rewind and watch me do it, but there's an actual video Steven has on our TikTok channel.
Yeah, it's a TikTok.
We should pin it to the channel or
We
something.
did, but I know things have changed.
Okay.
Give me a moment. I can probably find it.
I'm gonna say Steven does a very good jersey folding tutorial. New practice squad could be tonight. We get this one closed up. Could be tonight. Tell you what, Steven. I'll go ahead and cut a deal with the customers. If we pull the Brian Urlacher authentic, we'll even pair the next practice squad. But there's 3 boxes left currently, and we have 2 photo headliners, Urlacher and Crosby. Currently, no reason to pair because we have a 2 in 3 chance at a headliner because this one is not a headliner. It is, however, a double up Dante Culpepper on the autograph football. Duke Wilson, NFL football, 3-time Pro Bowler, led the league in passing yards one season, passing touchdowns another. He did the rolling thing. Donnie DeHut is rolling here. JSA certified on the Culpepper football here. Very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Actually, technically, King, all the jerseys you guys get at home are folded by our breakers because we got to show off what the jerseys look like. They're pre-folded for us, Steven. Then we unfold them and refold them, and then they go off to you guys, the customers.
I honestly think that's from our old TikTok.
The old TikTok channel?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, either way, just go back and rewind, see the way I did it, and maybe next time that we pull a jersey.
Break it down.
Yeah, I'll slowly break it down. You guys knock out a jersey. Actually, you know what? I'll do it now, Steven. There's a jersey break coming up.
Yep. Perfect.
Perfect time to do it. Perfect time to do it here in a little bit.
All right. Who would you just pull?
Dante Culpepper.
Nice.
Which means, Steven, the practice squad has 3 boxes left. We got 2 headliners left.
Nice.
Brian Urlacher authentic, and I'll tell you this, Steven, is what, $49 to get in. It's about $400 to buy out the practice squad single. A Brian Urlacher authentic, Steven, is worth more than $400. So you might want to start thinking about buying out that single and guaranteeing yourself an Urlacher
Taking a shot,
with
maybe?
only 3 boxes left, right? Speaking of jerseys are coming up. The fall start. Jersey single number 1. Go ahead and drop me a box number, guys, in our jersey break. Grim Reaper wants 12. Thank you, Grim.
12 sounds good.
12 works. And then end around is the next practice squad, Steven.
Perfect.
So we'll get to that tonight, looks like. Let's knock out the single, knock out the double. Let's see Urlacher. Let's see Mr. Max Crosby. And let's see a New Jersey series. Or excuse me, a new practice squad series, rather.
Practice squad.
So 12 coming up.
12 sounds good.
King MC, which I believe that's Ryan McCall, right? King GMC, I think, is Ryan. He's looking for the NFC North, he says. 12 for his daughter, says Grim Reaper. Lee Chris is in here. Michael Convey, Charles Mulligan, Dudley Davis. That's Dudley from Harry Potter, Steven. And then we got ourselves George Williamson and then Michael Grimm looking for some closer magic here in the Ultimate Autographs live break room. 12 for Seahawks, says Will, the 12th man. All right. Texas A&M also does the 12th man, Steven. So there is a Myles Garrett in that old college series, by the way. All right, guys, good luck. We are going 8 clicks on the way here for our jersey break. Good luck, good luck, good luck. There he is, Dudmart. Dudley. Don't be mean to Harry Potter, Dudley.
Right?
Don't be a jerk.
We better.
He's got magic. We got 6, we got 7, we got 8 clicks. Charles Mulligan's got the NFC North. Lee Chris in the NFC South. Michael Grimm in the NFC East. It is Ryan McCall in the NFC West. George Williamson, AFC North. Dudley Davis, AFC South. Lee Chris, AFC East. And Michael Convey, you've got the AFC West. The fall start jersey break on the way. I love this hit, Steven. This is very, very cool. This is a guy we almost never get in the break room. One of the most underappreciated wide receivers. It is Anquan Bolden
Nice.
on the Raven jersey.
We don't get him enough.
George Williamson, AFC North. Anquan Bolden.
We do not get him enough.
Now, I think of him as the Cardinals, Steven, as well. Now, whether it was the Cardinals or the Ravens, Anquan Bolden was a beast. That's a very, very cool jersey. The Raven purple looks very nice.
I remember he, one of the toughest SOBs of our generation, too. I think he broke like his face and played the next week. Paired with Larry Fitzgerald and the Cardinals, man, they were electric to watch. And then he was the big guy for Joe Flacco,
Right.
in his run.
Absolutely. Also played with the Niners later in his career. Had over 1,000 yards as a Cardinal. Over 1,000 yards as a Raven. Actually, just under 1,000 as a Raven, but over 1,000 as a Niner. I mean, 13,779 receiving yards.
Just truly awesome.
That's a Hall of Fame career right there.
Absolutely.
It's going to take a minute, but he'll get there. NFL all-time receiving yards leaders. Anquan Bolden is 14th all-time. 13 guys in the history of football have more receiving yards. Chris Carter, James Lofton, Andre Johnson available in the Diamonds, Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison, Steve Smith Sr., Tim Brown, Tony Gonzalez, Isaac Bruce, Randy Moss available in the Diamonds as well. A lid worth $1,500 or more on that Chrome Flex. Get it for as low as $96, guys. Terrell Owens, you mentioned Larry Fitzgerald, and of course, Jerry Rice, the GOAT receiver, available in the mini helmets right now. So that's the list. Texas A&M started the 12th man in 1922, says William.
Oh, wow.
There you go. So that's what I thought. I was going to say, I know the Seahawks rep it, but I believe A&M did it first, and William did confirm my suspicion. Anquan Bolden, nice jersey right there for George Williamson. All right, let's do the folding thing, Steven. So you put the jersey this way, and then you go ahead. I do it slightly differently. I know there's 2 ways to finish it off, but the key thing is to kind of set up one side this way. Then you have this as well. Give it a little bit of room. Kind of put it over the first number is what I was taught. Then you flip the other side as well. And then you flip this flap. And then I just go here
Up to the
above,
number.
and there it is. Nice and simple. Anquan Bolden. Beautiful jersey. Hopefully that made sense. Go back and rewind. I'll be honest, Steven, it took me a while to get good at the fold.
But once you get it, it's pretty straightforward. Yeah.
Straightforward. Exactly right. So nice Bolden jersey for George Williamson. Let's get that Myles Garrett A&M lid. Seahawks actually paid A&M to use it, says Will. That makes sense. And that makes sense because you can get sued over that stuff, Steven. It is not something to mess around
Nope,
with.
it's not.
That does make sense. And you're very welcome, Will. Very welcome in that jersey fold. Is it weird, Steven, that I've learned how to fold the jerseys, but I don't do as good folding my laundry? It's a similar technique, but for whatever reason, I'm better with the jerseys.
Well, the jerseys have grooves.
The creases, the numbers.
The things, the
Just a
guiding
little bit
points.
easier.
You know, they're a little more guiding points.
Exactly right.
My clothes at home do not have the guiding points.
Exactly.
But I used to work at a baseball shop, kind of while I was working here in the beginning when we first were hired.
Right?
We would fold shirts all the time. So
Makes sense.
I fold plenty of shirts. I fold my sweatshirts at home too.
Okay. So, Steven is the pro at the folding.
I wouldn't call myself a pro, just
A lot of experience.
something
I would say I have a lot of experience just opening up jersey boxes.
Yeah, right.
My high school had to change their logo because Wisconsin was going to make them pay otherwise, says Grim. And honestly, man, look, having covered high school football in Missouri, the Missouri Tigers apparently don't make schools pay for it, Steven, because there's so many teams in Missouri that have the Tiger nickname and they use a similar version of the Tiger logo. Not the exact same, but close enough. There's multiple Tiger schools with a alternate look of the Mizzou logo. So, I don't know. Some teams don't care. Others do. I guess, honestly, I would probably care because you can make money off
Well, where did Grim go to high school?
right? Because, Steven, you grew up in Wisconsin, didn't you? Or
Yeah. My school had like the...
WI is Wisconsin, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm correct on
Because
that.
I think there were some schools in my state that had like the W, but maybe it's an in-state thing.
I don't know.
Like if you... Because I know... Iowa.
Williamsburg, Iowa.
Okay, so
he meant WI is in Williamsburg. That makes more sense. But I'm correct that WI is the Wisconsin state usually, right?
Yeah, usually that's the
Okay.
the shortened version.
Good. I want to feel smart about something, right?
I get that.
So, guys, we're caught up on the jerseys. I'll go ahead and reset the break page. I'll hit you guys with the top to bottom rundown. Look, we have 47 people watching right now, Steven. There's plenty of people watching to knock out these breaks. We're going to go until minimum 9:30. I'll give you guys plenty of time. We got 47 minutes. If the room gets hot, Steven, we can go till 10. We can go till 11. We can go till midnight, whatever you guys like, if the orders are coming in. But if you guys do not start ordering in the next 45 minutes, we will hop off at 9:30. We'll do that college wheel spin about 9:20, 9:25-ish if we don't get these breaks moving here quickly. But there is plenty of reasons to get these breaks moving. Plenty of great stuff in the break room. Come and get it, guys. Come and get it. College break, did we only do, only one double. So we've knocked out one box in the new set. 29 boxes left. We got ourselves 12 photoed headliners. And I got news for you guys. All the photo headliners in the college, Steven, are full-size authentics.
Nice.
There's no replica photo headliners. All of these are full-size authentics or better. Flexes, custom flexes, etc. in the midterms full-size college helmet series. We got the beautiful Mike Evans camo authentic. We got the Eddie George Eclipse. I mean, speaking of the 12th man, Mike Evans, Johnny Manziel, those were exciting times for A&M football. Maybe the most exciting times ever. This dude was so good in college. He made Johnny Manziel look really, really good as a quarterback. Very expensive autograph, Mike Evans. Awesome wide receiver. Get him in that midterms college. Eddie George, Heisman Trophy winning running back. Bo Nix, one of the best rookie quarterbacks this last season on the duck lid. Lawrence Taylor, defensive GOAT. Terrell Davis, Pro Football Hall of Fame running back. Ray Lewis. I absolutely love the Miami 305 lids. That turnover chain, that helmet is amazing. We have the Peterson Rip Speed Flex, a guy that could have been a professional running back out of high school. Went to Boomer Sooner instead, dominated with Bob Stoops, All-American, Heisman finalist. This helmet worth over $1,000. Awesome Speed Flex on the Adrian Peterson ripped Oklahoma and Viking Speed Flex. Still got the Saquon Flex. The best season in the NFL this last year. Saquon Barkley is an absolute beast. We got that awesome Bettis in there. Very, very clean Jerome Bettis helmet. All aboard the bus. I love that gold clover, the gold face mask. And that's a PC item for Steeler fans, for Notre Dame fans. Very popular college team. Very popular NFL team. Absolutely love that Jerome Bettis lid. And that thing is incredible. And we have the A.J. Brown Speed Flex on Ole Miss. This guy was top 5 in receiving yards back-to-back years. Finished outside the top 5 this last year because of injuries and because of Saquon. But Super Bowl champion, only going up in value. AB11. Say what you will about this guy, but he is absolutely incredible at the game of football. A.J. Brown. We do have the Baker Mayfield Speed Flex. Heisman Trophy winner. Recently voted by ESPN as the second best quarterback in college football history. Let me say that again. Second best quarterback in college football history. You got to get that Baker lid. That thing is absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome for Baker Mayfield. And then Tom Brady Speed Flex. Again, retail value about $3,000. One of the most expensive helmets. One of the most expensive autographs in football memorabilia. Got to have a Tom Brady in your PC. That is absolutely terrific there on TB12. We got ourselves some great secondary headliners. Sauce Gardner, Jalen Carter, DeAndre Hopkins, Zach Thomas, Ricky Williams, third all-time in rushing yards in college history. We're looking at total 17 headliners in 29 boxes. We have one from the new, one from the old. In the old series, 4 boxes left. We got ourselves 2 headliners. That would be Bo Nix and Myles Garrett. Both are full-size authentics in the college break. The vault break, we have a double. We have a single in here. Guys, we have 7 boxes left. That includes Micah Parsons, one of the best pass rushers in football. Julius Peppers, one of the all-time great pass rushers. And then, of course, Justin Jefferson, arguably the best dang receiver in the league. You want to talk about an expensive autograph in Rising, Steven? He is number 1 all-time in receiving yards per game, Justin Jefferson. We have a Derwin James secondary headliner, 4 and 7 chance at a headliner. Then you add in the $200 vault key, 5 and 7 chance in that vault series. The Diamonds is the best break in the room, box for box, all authentic helmets. We still have 22 boxes left, and we got 9 total headliners, 7 of which are photoed. That includes this Ghost Chrome Jerome Bettis in the ballpark of $1,500, maybe closer to $2,000, depending on who you talk to. But in that ballpark, give or take, very expensive helmet, very customized, very cool. One of the best autographs ever on that Jerome Bettis helmet. That autograph, it's an actual bus. It's number 36. That is a very, very clean auto, guys. Very clean helmet for Jerome Bettis. And then probably the best looking helmet in the break room, Randy Moss, two-tone chrome flex. Again, this is $1,500 plus in value. Get it for as low as $96 in a single. The gold, the purple, one of the best, not only one of the best receivers ever, Steven, one of the best players ever, Adrian Peterson, right?
Really?
One of the best, not Adrian Peterson, excuse me, Randy Moss. One of the best dang players in NFL history. Randy Moss, Chrome Flex, insane helmet. Andre Johnson, 11th all-time in receiving yards. Kurt Warner, Speed Flex. We don't get a lot of Cardinal Speed Flexes. Kurt Warner, definitely a good one. Led him to a Super Bowl appearance. And they were a Santonio Holmes and Ben Roethlisberger connection away from winning that Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, right.
What a football game that
was. That was a great game. Very
one of the
underrated
best Super Bowls ever. TJ Watt on the Flash Authentic for the Steelers. Only guy in the history of football, Steven, to lead the league in sacks 3 separate occasions. Bruce Smith never did it. Reggie White never did it. TJ Watt, though, he did do it. Awesome helmet there on the Steeler Flash. George Kittle Slate, one of the best tight ends in the league. Brian Urlacher and Brian Dawkins are not even photoed headliners in here. 2 of the best defensive players ever still left in the Diamonds. You want headliner ratios? I got headliner ratios for you, Steven.
Excuse me.
3 boxes left in the practice squad, and we have 2 photoed headliners.
Crazy.
Brian Urlacher, one of the best linebackers to ever play the game. It's almost like weird to me that he's actually underrated historically, because this guy is a piece of football history, Bears history, Hall of Famer, pro in college, Brian Urlacher. Max Crosby, one of the craziest football dudes around on that jersey. 3 boxes left, 2 headliners left in there. The vault single, 5 to go. Again, guys, $93 for Micah Parsons or Julius Peppers Authentic or Jay Jetta's rep, a steal, Steven. And I'm shocked we haven't had any action on this one. The can't miss jerseys and minis. These are diamond level names, and almost everything is left in here. I think the only headliner gone is the Randy Moss, Steven, and the Deion Sanders. Everything else is left. Troy Aikman, Jamar Chase, Jerry Rice, Peyton Manning on a mini. We don't get Peyton Mannings on mini helmets often in the room.
No, we
Joe
do not.
Montana, Kurt Warner jersey, Megatron, a rare autograph. We got both Watt brothers on minis. Roger Staubach, Curtis Martin, A.J. Brown, Michael Strahan, Jared Allen, A.J. Green. Secondary headliners, 16 and 27 chance in the can't miss minis. We do have the jerseys up as well. Still looking for the Brian Dawkins, A.J. Green, Rayno Cunningham, Hall of Famer Gale Sayers, and that beautiful retro Ty Law jersey. Diamond single again, $96 for the Randy Moss. Jerome Bettis, the biggest steals in the break room. And then, of course, the mini helmets. Where are we at, Viking fans? Justin Jefferson, still available. Jordan Addison, secondary headliner. Not to mention DJ Moore for the Bears in the NFC North. And, of course, Jared Verse still left, the Defensive Rookie of the Year on those minis. Mystery box page, we have the minis and jerseys up as personals, the rep personals. These are all available, I believe, Steven. Not a single headliner gone here. Love that Kurt Warner amp. Love the Ricky Williams smoke beat every day. Donovan McNabb. A lot of good stuff here in the game plan rep helmets. So, guys, 8:53. Get those orders now. Let's get this break room heated up. I see someone got in the college double, and multiple folks got in the diamond double.
Yes, the diamond double.
So diamond double all of a sudden is our closest break. 4 spots to go. Let's get this diamond knocked out. $192. Let's talk about best case scenario, Steven. We got some good options. You could either get Jerome Bettis and TJ Watt with 1 spot, $192. You take the Bettis Flex and the Watt Flash Authentic. Those 2 combined worth easily over $2,000. What's more, $2,000 or $192?
Right.
I would say 2,000 plus is always better. You take the Randy Moss 2-tone chrome flex, you pair it with the Brian Urlacher Authentic NFC North, 2 items, more than $2,000 combined in autograph value in that Diamond Series. You can double up in the NFC West as well. Kurt Warner Speed Flex and the George Kittle Slate Authentic is your double up option in there. So a lot of double up options. Come and get them, guys, in the Diamonds. And what else did someone just get into, Steven?
I believe it was Charles Nelson. He hopped into the vault single. That's 4 to go.
All right.
Patrick Roche got 2 spots in the diamond double. That's 4 to go.
Okay, so let's get both of these done, guys. 4 to go in the vault single, 4 to go in the diamond double. I will drop that link in the chat. We're going to at least 9:30. That's at least 35 more minutes. These 2 breaks got to be done in the next 35 minutes. Diamond double now. 3 spots left, Steven?
No, it's a diamond single.
So diamond double, 4 spots left, guys. Here's that link. And I will drop in the link to the vault vault single, 4 spots left. And I'm going to go ahead and drop in the college link as well, just because that is the chase tonight. If you guys get in that college break, there'll be some more chase wheel spins, and maybe for $178, a Tom Brady Speed Flex worth close to $3,000, Steven.
Maybe,
Just
right?
maybe, right? Now here's that college double. 7 spots left. So make those moves. I'll give you a Cubs number here for you, Steven. The Carlos Zambrano number. 38 people watching across all
There we
3
go.
platforms. We just need 4 of the 38 people to order. And you know very well, Steven, once the break is at 3 or less to go, more than halfway there, the break happens within 15 minutes. So if someone gets in the next 10 minutes in this diamond double or the vault single, get it down to 3 spots to go. Both of these are falling tonight. So get your spots, guys.
Make them fall.
Also, the diamond single 6 to go is possible. Not to mention the college double 7 to go. That is also a possibility for the show tonight. No revenge for Jimmy Butler. The Heat win big, 112-86, Steven, in the NBA tonight. So that's one of the big games. Let's see what else happened tonight in sports. Paolo Banchero for the Magic put up 32 points. They won. OG Anunoby, 35 points for the Knicks in a win tonight.
Wow.
Shout out to Jefferson City High School legend OG Anunoby.
Were they the Tigers?
No, they were the Jaybirds. The Jaybirds.
Had to ask.
So, exciting time in sports. We have MLB opening day. You're probably pumped. That is 2 days from now, right?
2 days
Steven?
from now. Yes, sir.
2 days from now. I might even sport my Cubs hat just for you, buddy,
Appreciate it.
on Thursday night.
I mean, you're a Cubs fan, too.
I'm a Cubs fan, yeah. Oh, I'm a pretty big Cubs fan. Not as hardcore as Steven, but definitely a pretty big fan as well. Dom will wear his White Sox hat, so I just want to mess with him. So that's going down Thursday. Technically, it started with that Cubs game and Dodgers in Japan, but the overall start of baseball Thursday. Also, the return of March Madness. I know that the Masters are coming up as well.
Domestic
good time to be
opening
a
day.
sports fan, right?
Domestic opening day.
Charles Nelson helping his buddy Will, bought in that vault single. Thank you, sir. That a boy, Charles.
White Sox will get off to a good start. They played the Angels.
Okay, that's. I will not be watching that game.
No, you'll be working.
Yeah,
They're
Well,
playing while you're working.
I'm not buying that package Chicago wants you to buy
Oh,
for
no.
all their sports teams. Now that
I did
Comcast
pony up
is
to
gone.
$20 a month,
Okay,
but that's for. I gotta watch them. So
okay, I got you. The Bulls, you mean?
no, the Marquee Network.
Oh, the Marquis 20.
Yeah.
So I do have Xfinity. So, I
So
do
you're
have
good on that
Marquee
front.
still.
Yeah.
Although I can't watch it here. Got to be the at-home Wi-Fi.
Oh
Steven.
gosh.
So they get me in a different way of sorts.
Again, if I get this box,
Yeah, right.
I'm curious to see how it works, and I'll ditch that subscription, no problem.
Gregory, get in here, Gregory. What's up, Gregory? He got in the vault single. Thank you, Gregory. Also got in the diamond single. There we go. So Gregory's getting in the breaks that might fill tonight. Vault single, guys, is down to 3 to go, Steven. Is that right?
I believe so. Yes, got 3 to go.
3
in that
spots
vault.
to go. The diamond single has 6 to go. So probably, guys, that's tag team together. I'm thinking the diamond double and the vault single are going to the 2 breaks that we'll definitely do tonight.
They're looking like it. 3 to go in each.
We can keep going beyond that. If you guys order, we're more than happy to keep rolling. But I know very well, Steven, everybody wants to hop into a break that will happen tonight. I will personally guarantee you guys, this vault single, 3 spots left. This diamond double, 4 spots left. These are both 100% going down tonight. So these are the spots to buy. Let's get these done. Refresh the break page. 3 spots to go in the diamond double. 3 spots to go in the vault single. Look, we've had some good hits tonight, Steven.
Yeah.
But you know me. The authentic helmets are worth the most money. They're the best helmets. That's what I want for our social media hit video.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't pull a headliner in these 2 breaks, we're not doing a hit video. Because this Josh Allen is from the 3 p.m. show, Steven.
Yeah.
We got to do a hit video.
I would like to do a hit
I
video,
haven't
right?
not done a hit video all year. I know it's only March, but
I
it's
mean,
been
it's
all
probably
year.
been longer than that.
It's probably been
Like 6 or 7 months.
It's been a while. I'll put it that way. So don't leave our social media team hanging. They want more videos, more social media content.
They want all the content,
I want to give it to them, Steven.
right?
I want to give it to them, our wonderful social media staff. So, Vault, Diamond guys, and let's be honest, Steven. The Diamonds, the Vault, and the College for that matter, authentic helmets, replica helmets, the biggest names. You're going to get a big name in these breaks, a name you know, whether it's a current star or a Hall of Famer, all-time legend. You're going to get something pretty darn cool. You're not getting a nobody out of those boxes. You know that?
Right.
You're not getting a Cade McNown, for example, former Bear quarterback, Steven. A Shane Matthews, a Jim Miller. You're not getting those guys.
No, you're not.
Getting guys like Randy Moss, Jerome Bettis, Kurt Warner in the Diamonds. Names like Tom Brady in the College. Names like Micah Parsons in the Vault. You're getting big names in those breaks. So let's get those knocked out.
I don't want to call a hit like the worst hit, but like this dual signed helmet, by the way. 2 autographs.
It's one of the worst in the series.
It's one of the worst in the series.
It's the Anmore section.
It's the Anmore section.
Yeah, the Anmore section, definitely one of the lesser hits available in that series. So, folks, 9:02, we're going for sure 28 more minutes regardless, and then we'll revisit things based on how the breaks are looking tonight. I would like to keep going beyond that, Steven. My preference is to break boxes until 10 or 11 o'clock, but we got to have orders for that.
Right?
Got to have the orders to make the breaks happen.
I have faith in the good people that we are going to get at least both of these done.
Tom Kaz jumping in.
But I think you guys, if you want to keep the night rolling,
Then get the next
start
set.
supplementing the
Yeah,
rest.
get
with
the next set of breaks because once these sell out, we're back to 8 to go, Steven. And then the climb gets a little bit harder. So actually, I would say, look, I guarantee you that the Diamond and the Vault will sell out. 3 to go in both. I think 2 to go now in the Diamond double. If you guys want to keep the night going, get in the College double. 7 spots to go. Every headliner left. Barkley Flex, Peterson Flex, Brown Flex, Mayfield Flex, and best of all, Tom Brady Speed Flex. Get this one down to 5 to go, right? Or get in the Diamond single, which is 6 left, because the double is going to sell. The Vault's going to sell. If you guys want to keep the night going, get in the Diamond single, 6 to go, and get in the College double, 7 to go, Steven.
Make it happen, ladies and
Those
gentlemen.
are the breaks to knock out immediately here if you guys want to keep the night going. Will, your Vault is happening tonight. Charles wants to help Will and TJ close that Vault single.
It's getting close.
Yeah, those are going down tonight, my man. I promise you that. They are definitely going down tonight, sir. The Vault is 3 spots to go. Diamond double is 2 to go. Those 2 are happening tonight. Minimum 3 more boxes left tonight, Steven. But hoping that it's more. We're going to get those orders.
Agreed.
So, and look at Charles. He's such a team player. Such a good team player here in the break room. Always looking out for his fellow teammates, Steven.
Right.
Our man, Charles Nelson. They call him the teammate, Charles Nelson. Good people, man. Good people, good vibes here in the break room all the time. Thank you, Charles. Appreciate you, my man. Only question is, Steven, let's play a guessing game. What's going to go first? The Diamond double or the Vault single? I'm going Diamond double.
I'm going to agree with you.
Because the 2 best helmets, Brady's probably the best helmet in terms of value, right? Close to $3,000. The 2 best looking helmets for a man cave or a she shed, Randy Moss Chrome Flex, Jerome Bettis Flex. Like if I were spending my money, I would either be in the College double or the Diamond double personally.
Yes.
Those are the 2 breaks I would play because everything is authentic in the Diamonds. I got the Warner Flex left as well. The TJ Watt Flash, the Bo Nix, the Andre Johnson, the George Kittle, and then, of course, the college guys. Every headliner's left. The new set is 29 boxes left, 12 photoed headliners, 17 counting the listing, Steven. And the old set, by the way, 4 boxes left, 2 photoed headliners left, Myles Garrett and Bo Nix. Myles Garrett, let this sink in, Steven, the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history.
Crazy. That's crazy.
That is nuts.
I mean, he's just that talented, though.
Yet he pretends, though, it's about winning. Now, it's about the money. I would have loved to say Myles Garrett to come out there in the press conference, Steven, and say, you know what? I want to have the most money. It means to me to be the highest paid player.
I don't get why that's such a bad thing.
Right? Just be honest.
You put your body on the line on a weekly basis.
He's not going to
You work out very hard to continue to, be in physical condition to play the sport. Yeah. Go get your bread, my man. Go get your bread.
We don't get a lot of Myles Garrett A&M lids either, Steven. That is something different here in the break room.
Built different.
Get that bread, guys. Get that bread. Get those spots. Got an order coming in. TJ jumped into
The can't miss
the
jersey.
can't miss. There we go, Tej. Just real quick, Steven, besides these awesome breaks, I'll ask you, what's your Final Four at this point? Revised Final Four?
Oh, revised?
Or are you sticking with what you have? Are your
I
Final
think
Four
most of
teams
my-
all left?
I think most of my Final Four teams are left. I had one bracket where I had Iowa State, but that was just...
Did you have St. John's?
I might have been one, but I don't
Okay.
recall. I mean, I ended up seeing most of my brackets come chalk.
Mm-hmm.
Like the 4 best teams, the 4 number ones are the 4 best teams in the country.
Probably.
I don't know
Yeah.
who. Tennessee maybe squeak in
I
there.
have Tennessee over Houston personally because I don't trust Houston in the tournament.
That's fair.
But I think Tennessee to me is the 4th best team, but Houston 5th best. I mean, take your pick. They're pretty darn close.
Yeah.
I do think right now.
I think they're both losing to Duke.
Yeah, I have Duke and Auburn in my championship. I have
Florida
Auburn
and Duke.
winning, but I'm starting to rethink things with the way Duke has looked.
I
Right?
have Florida and Duke.
Yeah. Florida's been. Auburn even has been a little.
I think
talking-
defeating the defending champs is not an easy.
bad.
It's not
Yeah.
an easy task.
UConn's good.
Now, if they come out and struggle against Maryland,
That'll be a different story.
that'll be a lot different, right?
I gotcha. Cool. Well, I'm looking forward to that March Madness action. That is back on Thursday night. We are now 1 spot to go, guys. Imagine getting in for $192 and you hit this beautiful Chrome Flex Randy Moss. Or worse yet, Steven, imagine trying to get that spot and you get beat out, and the closer spot wins the Randy Moss.
Right.
You will have regrets maybe for the rest of your life. I like to live a no regret life, Steven, right? No regrets. $192
I think it's closed.
closed up. We got the beautiful Bettis left as well. Diamond double is closed up. And then let's get that vault single done as well before we go tonight. Maybe more college, maybe more diamond singles and doubles, but for sure that vault single, 3 spots left. No regrets. That's right, Jeff August. Did he close it?
Jeff August did not close it, but understandable statement.
Sure. Drop me 2 box numbers in the diamond double. First come, first serve on those boxies, guys. Who's got them? Who's got the numbers?
All right, that's good to go for you.
Steven's got the break ready. EJ Matrograno. Apologize, EJ, if I butchered that, my man. We got Patrick Roche, TJ Anzalone, Shane Huckabee, Tom Kozic, Reed Titus, and Sean Cummings. He says 9 and 17. Thank
9
you, sir.
17. All right.
Those are both there. 10 to 16 and 18 to 21. I want that tattooed exactly as I wrote it. No regrets. Oh, no regrets, he says.
Yep.
I got you. Boy, I'm having a hard time reading tonight, apparently, Steven. No regrets.
9 and 17.
Yep. 9 and 17. The Nick Foles and Josh Allen box numbers. One is a Super Bowl champion, Steven. The other is not. Just saying. That is factually accurate. And I love Josh Allen. All right, guys, hoping this is not the last break tonight. I don't think it's going to be, Steven. That vault single is going to go down.
Right.
But I'm hoping the vault single is not the last break tonight. Because
we can't keep going.
yeah, we can keep going if you guys would like to. But if these breaks are not close by 9:30, we are hopping off at 9:30 here in about 20 minutes. All right, 6 clicks. We got 7 and we got 8. Tom Kozic up top. Tom has the NFC North. EJ Matrograno in the NFC South. TJ Anzalone in the NFC East. Patrick Roche, NFC West. Sean Cummings, AFC North. Reed Titus, AFC South. Shane Huckabee, AFC East. And Patrick Roche, AFC West. So Tom Kozic has the Randy Moss spot. And Sean Cummings has the Jerome Bettis spot here, Steven. Got some good spots, these guys. And I'll say this, we're doing the college wheel spin at 9:25 at the latest, Steven. So if you want to be in that college wheel spin, I recommend getting in the college ASAP if you're thinking about it, right?
Absolutely.
Here's something very different in the break room. We've had this player before. I don't think it's the first time we've had him on this team, but it might be the second or third. Because normally this guy is on a Georgia Bulldog lid or a Cowboy lid. But this is Herschel Walker on the Eagles Eclipse Authentic.
That's clean.
One of the best college running backs of all time. A college football Hall of Famer. Solid in the pros as well. Love the green ink. NFC East, TJ Anzalone, Herschel Walker. Very nice. Cowboys tonight. There's a Micah Parsons in the vault. We pulled a Cowboy tonight, Steven? I'm not too sure we have.
I don't think we have.
Not yet, but the night is still young. I mean, this is a Cowboy technically. Herschel Walker.
On their least favorite.
On an Eagle lid, though. On an Eagle lid, go figure, Herschel Walker. And guys, I tell you guys all the time, the diamonds, the vault, the college, the best breaks in the room, Steven, every single box is really good.
Right.
We're talking about a former Heisman Trophy winner, national champion, Maxwell Award winner, multiple-time Pro Bowler in the NFL. He was also the USFL MVP in 1985, Herschel Walker. So very, very cool right there. Love this hit. Also did some mixed martial arts. He's done some politics. This guy has done a little bit of everything. I'm looking at his page here, Steven. This is interesting. He's a United States Ambassador to the Bahamas nominee. What does that mean?
Nominee.
He was nominated to be the United States Ambassador to the Bahamas. Interesting. Very interesting. That is Beckett certified TJ. Love the green ink. Love the Herschel Walker Authentic. Very nice. I know Will likes that one. I agree, Charo. Since we closed the diamond double, let's get that vault single closed for Will. Agreed.
I think it's going to.
Is it still 3 left, Steven?
No, I think it's
Less?
1 left.
1 left. That is coming up next, the vault single. Thank you, guys. We got 50 people watching, Steven. I'm mentioning 9:30 as a possible sign-off time. It does not have to be 9:30.
It does not.
If you guys order, you start ordering here at 9:30, we will keep the party going. Could be 10 o'clock, could be 11, could be 12. If you guys want to order, we'll be here with you guys tonight. Get your spots. We'll keep the night going. But if you guys don't make those moves now, Steven, we could go as early as 9:30. He did not lift weights. Used to see how many push-ups and sit-ups he could do during commercial breaks, says William Maynard, right? I mean, sit-ups and push-ups are no joke, Steven. I played high school soccer, and they had us do a lot of sit-ups and push-ups. And
Conditioning is a very big part of their programs.
A lot of work. A lot of work. All right, the second box in the Diamond Double coming up. Second box. Show me something good, man. Show me something good. What do we got here in the diamonds? I'll tell you what we got. What
What do we got?
We got one of the best dang wide receivers of all time, Andre Johnson.
I like that flash.
The beautiful Texans flash, 11th all-time in receiving yards. Also undefeated in fights, Steven.
Yep, that's true.
Ask Cortland Finnegan, right? Awesome lid, Reed Titus, Miami Hurricane star, Houston Texans star, the great Andre Johnson. That is very, very cool.
That's an excellent win right there.
I mean, 11th all-time in receiving yards, Steven. 7 Pro Bowls, multiple-time All-Pro. Led the NFL in catches twice, receiving yards twice. 14,105 receiving yards. Andre Johnson, Reed Titus, $96, Steven. That is a steal for the Johnson.
Great hit right there, right? Oh, love Andre Johnson. Absolute stud.
Man. I don't get ups now, says William. Yeah. Sit-ups are hard to do these days, man. No doubt about that. Vault single coming up next. Guys, keep the night going. I do not want this to be the last break tonight, but we're mostly open, Steven. So if you guys want to keep the night going, get those spots ASAP. Go ahead and drop me a box number, though, for the vault single. William Hawkins, Roy Kenny, Ty Percival, Charles Nelson, Gregory Powell, Sean Schumann, Sean Cummings, and Jeff August here in the vault. Probably the next best bet at a break, Steven, is probably the diamond single. That is 6 to go. It is our closest break right now. But we get that down to 4. It's going to happen tonight.
Right.
So we need 2 guys to get in the diamond single or 3 guys to get in the college double. Get that down to 4. If you guys get the diamond single, the college double, or any break for that matter, at 4 or less spots to go by 9:30, I will give you guys minimum 10 more minutes, Steven. So you guys see the break page.
Hooking it up.
We got 7 to go in that double for the college. Again, every single headliner left, including a Tom Brady flex worth close to $3,000. Every single headliner left, better than a 50% chance at a headliner in the college. The Diamonds still looking for the Randy Moss Chrome Flex. Still looking for the Jerome Bettis Ghost Chrome. We still have the Kurt Warner Flex. We still have the Watt Flash, the Kittle, the Bo Nix Matt White. If any break is 4 or less to go by 9:30, you guys get minimum 10 extra minutes. But we're 8 to go, 7 to go, 8 to go, 8 to go, 8 to go. The practice squad, by the way, 3 boxes left, Steven. 2 headliners left. Brian Urlacher, Max Crosby, 2 and 3 chance at a headliner. 7 to go in the can't miss. Everything is left but the Randy Moss in this awesome mini and jersey series. And then the best bet at a break is the diamond single, 6 spots to go. If this is down to 4 spots in the next 12 minutes, they get 10 extra minutes, Steven. If it is still 6 to go or 5 to go, you can take it down. You're good. We'll hop off for the night. So box 12 coming up in the vault. Thank you, Jeff. Good luck all, says Will. Good luck indeed. So possibly the last box of the night, but it's not up to me, Steven. It's up to the customers. They make those moves, we'll keep going. We are doing the college wheel spin at 9:25. So if you want to be in that college break, that's got to be at least like 2 or 3 to go. If we get the college down to 3 left, Steven, by 9:25, I'll give them a little bit more time to get in the wheel spin. If it's not at least 3 to go in the next 6 minutes, college wheel spin without you guys. All right. Dice roll is 8. 8 clicks coming up. Good luck, everybody. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, Ty Percival, you've got the NFC North. Sean Schumann in the NFC South. Roy Kenny in the NFC East. We got Charles Nelson, NFC West. Gregory Powell, AFC North. William Hawkins, AFC South. Sean Cummings, AFC East. And Jeff August, Lastly, in the AFC West. Good luck, guys. Looking for a lot of good goodies in here, including Micah Parsons, including Julius Peppers, including Justin Jefferson. Shoe Dog, we need you to hop in and get some breaks, my man. That's what's up, because it's been a little bit slower night than usual tonight. So we're wrapping up here in the next 10 minutes, unless we are at least 4 to go on breaks. If you want to keep the night going, order ASAP, especially in the Diamond Single. 6 spots to go. We have the Brady Flex in the college. That one is 7 to go. All right. And how about this, Steven? How about this? Here's a full-size authentic filler. The most career pick sixes ever. 12 of them. Rod Woodson on the Steelers. That is the AFC North. That is Gregory Powell. Congrats on your Rod Woodson authentic.
Mr. Woodson?
Man. 3rd most career picks ever.
Crazy.
Underappreciated by us as well, because he's not even listed, Steven, in this vault. I said a 4 and 7 chance at a headliner. It's now a 4 and 6 in the vault. Not to mention 5 and 6 counting that $200 vault key, by the way. So if you guys want to run back the vault, why not? Why not, guys? Gregory Powell. Very nice, Gregory. Very, very nice on Rod Woodson. Certainly worth a lot more than $93, Steven. That's for sure.
100%. You're not wrong there, my friend.
That is for sure. So 8 minutes, guys, until that 9:30 deadline. If we are 4 or less to go on a break, we'll keep going. If we are 5, 6, 7, or 8 away in the next 8 minutes, we'll hop off for the night. Closest break right now, Steven. Still the Diamond Single, 6 to go.
Yep.
So that's the closest break right now. I'll drop the live break page link, and I will drop the Diamond Single link as well. I know Shoe Dog is a Rams fan. I know it's a Steeler helmet, but here's a former Ram running back. Started with the Rams, Steven. Jerome Bettis. The best helmets available in the room, the Jerome Bettis Ghost Chrome Flex and the Randy Moss Two-Tone Chrome Flex. Aesthetically, 2 best helmets in the break room, hands down. Value-wise, the best in the break room is the Tom Brady Speed Flex. Retail value, about $3,000, Steven. You know, could get it a little bit less online, possibly, but definitely pushing that $3,000 range for the Michigan Brady Flex. Bring some Shoe Dog. He's been busy in the kitchen making a bunch of banana bread.
Good for him.
Good for you, man. The 4 headliners in the vault in the final 6 boxes, Michael Convey. So it's 3 photoed headliners. That includes the best receiver in the NFL, Justin Jefferson. This one is a full-size replica. Then we have the authentic helmet, Micah Parsons, top 5 pass rusher in the league. Julius Peppers, statistically a top 5 pass rusher of all time. Top 5 all-time officially in sacks. 3 photoed headliners. The 4th is the terrific defensive star for the Chargers, Derwin James. Makes it a 4 and 6 chance at a headliner. Plus, we have the vault key. It's a $200 vault key. So 5 and 6 chance at a photoed headliner, a vault key, or a secondary headliner. Shoe Dog got in the Diamond Single, which is putting us at 5 to go, I believe, Steven. So if one more person gets in the break room in the next 6 minutes, they're going to buy themselves 10 more minutes till 9:40, Steven. If this is still 5 to go by 9:30, though, we'll hop off and let the guys handle that tomorrow. So 1 spot in the Diamond Single, $96, 47 people watching. 1 person buys 1 spot.
Come on.
Postmarked at 9:30. We'll be on 10 more minutes, Steven, at least. Now, got to be 9:30. I know my main man, Michael Convey, does this thing where he'll buy it as soon as we hop off the air. He'll buy it at 9:31, 9:32, Steven. If you do that again, Michael, we're not hopping back on.
Make sure you're live.
Because, yeah, make sure you're live.
Make sure you're live.
Click the live button on Twitch and make sure you're live because it's a Michael Convey thing. He buys the spots a minute or two after we get off the air, Steven. So had he bought in a minute or two earlier,
To be
the
good.
deadline would be met.
Right.
So if Michael gets it at 9:31, we'll be off the air at that point, Steven.
Are you doing the college?
Yeah, let's do the college wheel spin. It is 9:25. College wheel spin coming up. Thank you, Steven.
You could just take from the
From the break?
break, yeah.
Sounds good.
Just a tickle. What the heck?
All right, so take the names from the break. Rudy down to Patrick. Good luck, guys, for our wheel spin for the college break.
Oh, Michael Convey heeded your warning.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate you, brother. So I'll give you guys until 9:40. That is 15 minutes to knock out that diamond. If it's 1 to go, I'll give him a little more time, Steven. But if it's still 4, 3, or 2 to go by 9:40, we'll call it a night here at 9:40 Central Time. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate you, brother. Like, I wonder if he's not live or if he's just trying to test me, but I want to make sure that he knows. Because literally, like, I felt bad. We hopped off the air last Friday, and he got the spot literally as soon as we hopped off. And I was like, had he got it just another 30 seconds earlier, we would have still been on the air.
Yep.
5 clicks. We got 6 clicks, 7, and 8. Okay. He's always live. He just wants to make sure, don't play it that close, Mike. I'll put it that way. I give you guys a deadline. Don't play it that close.
Get in.
Rudy Whalen is our wheel spin winner for the college. Congratulations, Rudy. I'll give Rudy about 30 seconds here if he's out there. Otherwise, we'll start him on 1. Can you believe this guy, Colin Rudisil, spun a 6 in the last show, Steven?
I can buy that.
6 from Colin.
I can buy that.
I got you, Michael. Just to clarify, YouTube and Twitch are the exact same. Twitch is usually about 5 seconds ahead, Steven, than YouTube, which is not much longer. YouTube, though, is the #1 place where people don't have the live button. Because they pause it, they go to another tab, Steven, you lose your progress, right?
Yep.
Happens to me all the time if I'm watching the show. But then I also click live because I remember, right?
It's true.
So, Rudy, we'll start you on 1, brother. We got ourselves Big Money Rudy. Big Money Rudy. $81.
Much better than Mr. Russo.
Eat it, Colin, if you're
80,
watching.
80 what?
81.
There you go.
How do you like them apples, Colin Rudisil? Very nice, $81. So, guys, let me refresh that break page. We are pretty open. Like I said, everything is left in the college series in that new set, including 5 flexes, Peterson Custom, Barkley, Mayfield, A.J. Brown, and, of course, the most expensive autograph in the ballpark of $3,000, that Brady Flex. But the closest break right now at the moment, the likely break that will go down tonight is the Diamond Single. 4 spots to go, $96, Steven. 39 people watching. We have 12 minutes to get this closed up or 1 spot to go.
Right.
If it's 1 to go, I'll give him 5 more minutes. I'm not the Grinch, but got to be at least 1 spot to go or sold out. We've done, I believe, 3 diamonds. We're down to 20 left, and we have 8 headliners left. 6 of these are photoed, including the Bettis Chrome Flex, the Moss Chrome Flex, the Kurt Warner Flex, the TJ Watt Flash, the Bo Nix, Matt White for the Broncos, the George Kittle Slate, and then 2 secondary headliners, Brian Urlacher and Brian Dawkins. Attack of the Bryans, right?
Absolutely.
You can pair the Urlacher with the Moss. Those 2 lids combined worth over $2,000 in value. You can pair the TJ Watt with the Bettis Chrome Flex. Those 2 lids combined worth over $2,000. We do have the Bo Nix, George Kittle. You can pair Warner with Kittle as well. Again, I've showed this off plenty tonight, but I never get sick of watching this, Steven. This helmet is beautiful. Randy Moss, 2-tone Chrome Flex. It's what I call a centerpiece in any man's
Absolutely.
PC, right?
That thing is sick.
Or the Bettis, also a centerpiece. Now, I'm giving them until 9:40, Steven. If you're thinking about doing this, I think we proved this last Friday as well, Steven. We hopped off earlier last Friday. Don't wait until 9:40 to get in, Steven. Because
Get in
once the
now.
clock hits 9:40, we're off the air. 39 people watching, Steven. I got to imagine 4 want to play. Get the spots now. If this is full in 10 minutes, we break it. If it's not full, Steven, it carries over to the guys at 9 tomorrow. We're going to get this break done regardless. But why wait 11 and a half hours?
Right? We
Let's
can just
see
do
it.
this now.
Let's see it in the next 10 minutes, guys. And the later it gets, the less patient we are with the orders, obviously. But if you guys order it quickly, Steven, we can keep doing more breaks. More than happy to do as much as you guys want. But you guys can see the break page. It is basically 8 or 7 across the board, Steven, minus that diamond single. So it is looking like most likely the last break of the night, the diamond single, unless there's some massive movement. Again, guys, practice squad. Quick reminder in case you just tuned in. 3 boxes left. Brian Urlacher, Max Crosby, 2 and 3 chance at a headliner. The college break. 29 boxes left. 17 total headliners, including 12 photo authentic headliners, including Tom Brady. Vault break. 6 boxes left. Micah Parsons, Julius Peppers, Justin Jefferson, 3 photoed headliners left. Plus a $200 vault key as well, Steven. So it's not like the ratios are not there. It's not like the helmets are not there. It's up to you guys to make the moves on that break page.
Make it happen.
Otherwise, if we don't knock out any more breaks tonight, I will say the hit of the 6 p.m. show is the Andre Johnson Flash Authentic. Beautiful lid right here for Andre Johnson. And the hit of the day overall, Steven, is the Josh Allen, which went at the 3 p.m. show. So those are the top lids tonight. So Charles, I did talk to our series making guy. It is a possibility on a baseball series. I know he's light on baseball headliners right now. So we will either have a baseball series for opening day or, if not a baseball series, Steven, a 1-4 with baseball in it, which is already ready. So it'll be something baseball on opening day. Not sure yet if it's a baseball series or a 1-4, but we'll have something for you guys, Charles, when it comes to baseball. Baseball opening day is a very special day, Steven, in that it feels like every team has hope.
Right.
You win the first game of the season, even if you're like the White Sox, the Angels, the Pirates.
You feel good.
You feel good. You feel like you have a chance. Actually, if you're a Pirates fan, you probably start the season well, and you feel pretty good up until about the 3rd month of the season, Steven.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
yeah.
what happens very often for the Pirates. Everybody except for the Cubs and Dodgers who played in Japan are 0-0 on opening day.
True that.
So 7 minutes, guys. Last call for that diamond break. Let's see here. 7 minutes. Michael Convey, Sean Schumann are in. 9:23, Sean Schumann. 9:25, Michael Convey. The last 2 orders from those 2 big dogs, as we call them, Steven. Big dogs in the break room. Making moves. Looking to close out the diamond break. So, 4 minutes. If we're 1 to go, we'll do it. Otherwise, we'll hop back in here and get this done tomorrow.
I mean, you guys came this far to make it happen.
Right?
Let's do it.
We got the Reggie Jackson number watching, Steven. 44 people. 4 spots to go. $96, Steven. Again, this lid is in the 1,500-ish range. For the right person, it could be closer to 2,000, right? $96 for this helmet, Steven. $96. I mean, heck, if you get in that diamond break, let's just say someone buys 4 spots right now. You and I both said it earlier. There is very few items in here that are worth less than $400. Very few, if any.
It's true.
You get in for $96 and you hit yourself a full-size authentic, which is a 50% chance to win. You will almost for sure profit if you buy out those 4 spots and win, Steven.
Right.
Imagine $400 for this thing. It's worth more than 3 times that.
You're not wrong.
Jerome Bettis worth more than 3 times the $400. The best bang for your buck, always the smartest investment, the diamonds, $96. We got 5 minutes, guys. The last order in here was 10 minutes ago, so if this is not close or closed out in 5 minutes, get it now. And I'm going to remind Michael and Sean again, if they play it that close to the deadline, Steven, and get their spots at 9:41, 9:42, we're not hopping back on the air. Once the clock hits 9:40, if that break is not sold out or like one spot to go, we'll leave it for the guys tomorrow at 9. It's going to be Rip and Mike tomorrow again for the 9 a.m. show. I would personally like to keep going, Steven, because I'm a night owl. I love being with our customers here. But I'll tell you, Henry and Allie will be happy if we hop off early. So don't make my fiance happy, Steven.
I would watch
to the customers.
I would rephrase that comment.
She's going to be like, wait, what? You're
She will
off
be-
that
she will be
early?
thrown
She'll
off.
be shook.
She'll be shook, exactly.
She'll be shook. Maybe we will get a severance episode in.
Maybe.
I got to be here early tomorrow. I got to be here at 9:30 tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
I have our last performance review, Steven, with Joe.
You're almost done.
Got to be here early tomorrow, so it is an early wake-up call. So if you guys want to keep me going, keep me up a little while longer, we're down to 4 minutes, Steven.
Okay, I got an order, though. What's
One
it gonna-
order,
One order, one more spot.
so 3 to go. Like I said, we got to be one spot or closer, guys. If it is not one spot or closer, and I call it this way, Steven. If we are like 4 to go and like 4 to 5 breaks, we'll be on a whole lot longer. But we're 8 or 7 to go in every break. We have one close break left, 3 to go in the diamond single. We will hop off, allow the guys to have a pre-fill for tomorrow. If this is not at least one spot to go by 9:40. So 2 spots needed in 3 minutes. Otherwise, this will be the first break of the 9 a.m. show. Christopher Wayne, you can't hesitate, Christopher. A lot of guys right now probably thinking they want the Randy Moss, the Jerome Bettis. They don't get it here now. They may never get it, Steven. I know Christopher wanted the Josh Allen. Well, Chris could have been here earlier, right?
Guys are too busy texting and not ordering.
Gotta order, man. Gotta order. Oftentimes, the best helmets come out right away, Steven, right?
Yep.
The best lids come out right away here in the Ultimate Autographs live break room. I tell you, I had a brief hiatus from betting, Steven, for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've paused most of my apps, but this new Bet 365, have you heard about that?
I know. They owe me a bonus bet.
Okay. Well, I got the bet $5, get 150. I've been up the last couple weeks. I have the Thunder tonight, minus 9.5.
So do I.
And they're
got
up
them.
14. So
Keep
it's
that
looking
going.
good. Keep it
that
going,
going.
Thunder. Chet Holmgren with 7 points. So hoping the Thunder win big tonight. Tell me about it. Parker broke my heart yesterday, says Jeff. Talking about that Jordan Love helmet. That thing was nasty last night. There we go. Michael got in, putting us 2 to go. That helmet will not be on sale on the website, Christopher Wayne. It is a live break room. We do live breaks. We don't sell helmets. You got to get in the break room. If you buy all the spots, you get a guaranteed helmet. Otherwise, 1 in 8 chance to win for every spot you buy. We got 2 spots to go, Michael. Knock off one more spot. I'll give you until 9:45. If we're not at least one spot to go in the next minute or so, we will hop off here. So need one more spot taken to buy us more time, or best case, Steven, 2 spots to get it knocked out. Don't make it awkward, as I like to say, Steven. And don't make it awkward here in the break room.
I mean, just buy the last 2 spots.
Just buy the last 2. I know Michael's good for it. Give himself better odds. Get himself a Randy Moss. Get himself a Jerome Bettis. Might as well buy the last 2 spots. And buy them now. Not at 9:41 when we're off the air, Steven.
Please no.
Please. Here we go. Someone's going to meet my deadline. Sean Cummings got in. 1 spot to go. Thank you, Sean. the break room savior.
But they could have done this like 10 minutes ago.
This break should be done, Steven. They like to push it to the limit. And I think last Friday was a learning experience, though, because we did hop off. So I think they're starting to catch on here. So one spot to go. I'll give you guys 5 minutes to get that closed up. Plenty of time. Obviously, $96, one spot, 47 people
Go
watching.
get it. Go get it.
It's going to happen. In the off chance that it does not happen in 5 minutes,
No,
though.
it's done.
It's done? Thank goodness. Thank you, guys. We are closed up. Jeff August closing out the diamond single. The second diamond single, I believe, Steven?
Yes, number 2.
All right, guys, go ahead and drop me a box number, diamond single number 2. $14 for Michael. Thank you, Michael. 14 works. Thank you so much, guys. I don't want to be the Grinch. I also don't want it to be awkward, though, Steven. When I set a deadline, I'm either a liar or the Grinch. It's a lose-lose for me, right?
Pretty much.
So, appreciate you guys for making this diamond break happen. You guys are the best customers in the business here. Good luck from the chat. So TJ Anzalone, Gregory Powell, Sean Schumann, Michael Convey, Sean Schumann again, Michael again, Sean Cummings, and Jeff August here. Now, guys, if you want to keep the night going, get the next set of orders now. Otherwise, this will be the last break of the night because we are 7 or 8 across the board on the break page.
14, you said?
14, yes, sir. So 6 clicks, 7, and 8. All right, Jeff August up top. I don't think you're a Grinch comment. Thank you, Charles. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that, my man. That's super nice, Steven. I don't think you're a Grinch. I'll take that. That's a nice one. The ultimate compliment. Skull says Jeff. Could be Randy Moss. Skull question mark. Wouldn't that be nice? Sean Schumann in the NFC South. Gregory Powell in the NFC East. Michael Convey. That's his winning spot, Steven. Wins in the NFC West. TJ's got the TJ Watt and the better spot, AFC North. Michael Convey, AFC South. Watching a comment incoming from Michael about getting the AFC South, Steven. It's not his favorite division, and he's not shy on letting us know. Sean Schumann, AFC East, and Sean Cummings in the AFC West. Now, the last Diamond Helmet we did, the AFC South won, Steven.
Right.
That was the beautiful, authentic for Andre Johnson. All right, here we go. Here we go. Full-size authentic lid on the way here. It's a beauty, Steven. A beautiful flash authentic.
Yes, sir.
TJ Watt for the Steelers. The best defensive player in the NFL for me, Steven. Only guy to lead the league in sacks 3 times. Awesome flash authentic. It's a TJ for a TJ. TJ Anzalone, TJ Watt, $96. The perfect combination.
Right.
Very nice. And there we go, William. It's my twinsy, Steven. William's in my head. Says TJ for TJ.
There you go.
All right. Very cool. All right, guys, 9:44. I'll give you 6 minutes. Last call for orders until 9:50. If there's possible movement, we'll keep going. Otherwise, we'll hop off at 9:50 and call it a show here in the next 6 minutes. Let me refresh again, guys. Just a quick reminder. Every single headliner left in the college, every single headliner is a full-size authentic or better, Steven. Speedflex is Peterson, Saquon, the best running back in the league, A.J. Brown, Baker Mayfield, and of course, valued at about $3,000, Tom Brady, Michigan Speedflex in the college. The vault is down to 6 boxes left. Got a $200 vault key. Micah Parsons, Julius Peppers, Justin Jefferson, 3 photo headliners plus that vault key plus a secondary headliner. Not much change in the diamond, Steven. The Randy Moss Chrome is still left. The Jerome Bettis Chrome is still left. I know we pulled the TJ, but man, we still have the Kurt Warner Flex. We still got the Kittle Slate.
A lot of
the
different
Bo
options,
Nix
right?
Authentic. A lot of options in the diamonds. Practice squad is 3 boxes left. 2 headliners left. Max Crosby, Brian Urlacher. 2 and 3 chance at a headliner. The can't miss has every headliner left but Randy Moss and Deion Sanders. Massive names: Peyton Manning, Jerry Rice, Calvin Johnson, Troy Aikman. Loaded series in there. Jersey is still looking for Brian Dawkins, AJ Green, Randall Cunningham, Gale Sayers, and Ty Law. Mini helmets still got the Justin Jefferson, the Jared Verse, still available in the minis. Then, of course, like I said, the diamonds, best break in the room, still got that Bettis, still got that Moss. You guys got 5 minutes to make some moves, Steven. If we have some positive movement, we knock out 3 or 4 spots, we'll keep going. Otherwise, we'll hop off here at 9:50. 4 minutes to go now. I mean, the hottest break is the diamonds. That's probably the best bet right now, even though it is pretty open across the board. Probably the diamond break is the best bet.
That's the one I would look to.
So, hit of the day is the Josh Allen Drip Flex. That's the best hit of the day today. Beautiful helmet. As far as the top hits of this show,
Those guys right there.
I'm going to go Andre because we don't get Andre as often.
That's fair.
I love TJ, but I'll go Andre 1 and TJ Watt 1B. What do you think, Steven?
I also like the Texans Flash more, personally.
Sure.
I'm a sucker for red. And I
Sure.
agree. I see TJ Watt more, which doesn't take away from how great TJ Watt is. Do not get us wrong. That's
Sure.
just how many autographs we get here at Ultimate Autographs. But
We got a lot less of this guy.
exactly. And I love seeing Andre Johnson, watch him grow up, beat Cortland Finnegan senselessly, and then score touchdowns afterwards.
You hear that, Michael Wilcox? You hear that, buddy? Michael Wilcox is still bitter about
He
that.
kind of Jose Ramirez'd him.
Ooh! You hear that, Dom
Actually, I don't-
Pellegrini and Alex
Well,
Tellez?
Was Anderson the MVP a year? Did he win MVP? I know he won the batting title. I don't think he was the MVP though, right?
Who are you talking about?
Tim Anderson,
I don't think he won the MVP.
but he
no.
he won the batting title.
He was a
right?
candidate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know he won the batting title, and then he got punched and was literally never the same.
And then he was never the same player. He forgot how to hit after he took that hit.
Yep, I saw him. I saw him in a spring training game against the Cubs. He was an angel in the minors. It's crazy how fast it goes downhill in baseball.
Sheesh. That is actually crazy.
Yeah.
So 3 minutes left, guys. Last call for those orders. Like I said, 7 or 8 away across the board. You guys get it down to like 4 or 5, Steven. Some positive movement. We'll keep going. Otherwise, 9:50 will be it for our night show tonight. A lot of good stuff coming out. I know
Right.
we missed the biggest headliners, but we had some good names. We had Andre Johnson, TJ Watt. I think in the mini helmets, we pulled Marshall Faulk, Warren Sapp.
Jared Allen.
It was a run of headliners in that mini personal that we were doing tonight.
Lots of great stuff coming out
I
of there.
definitely think tomorrow, some of these big dogs get in here either very late in the night tonight or tomorrow.
You see that college series?
There's going to be a Tom Brady chase. Everything is left in the college series. This will be going down tonight, or tomorrow, excuse me. I'm not sure you're going to see it. The 9 a.m. guys,
I'll say this.
I think I'm safe at noon and 3.
I'll say this. I hope I don't see it.
Exactly.
I hope you guys attack this and take advantage of the fantastic opportunity at hand.
Because then we get a fresh series as well. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're talking about here in the cottage. So I think, Steven, it's 9:49. I'll start wrapping up. Last order was about 9 minutes ago from Jeff to close out that break. We're 8 or 7 across the board. I'm thinking a good sign-off point. If you're getting the credit card out, let me know. Otherwise, we'll hop off for the night. Charles, I got volleyball on Wednesdays. I'm on Monday night, Tuesday night, Thursday night, and Friday night. Wednesday is my afternoon shift, 12 and 3, Charles, for tomorrow. Steven's back at 6 tomorrow with Dom. Final thoughts, Steven, from you?
I'll say it. Disappointing show, slower show, not my favorite. I don't like that we're signing off right now.
No, we
I
should
also
still
don't
be on
like
the
that
air.
it took 2.5 hours to start getting into these breaks. Because if it's like it has been the past few weeks, we would have been done with these diamonds. Randy Moss would have been on this table.
He should be
Jerome
on the
Bettis
table.
would be on this table.
They should both be on the table.
Absolutely, it should both be on this table. So I'll say it. A little disappointing, guys.
Honesty.
Honestly, yeah.
Honesty.
I expect more tomorrow.
Should be fun tomorrow, to say the least. Night Guys says Shoe Dog. Thank you. Appreciate you, Shoe Dog. Great job, Steven. Co-hosting, doing a great job as always. Great job to the customers. I know, not as great as usual. I'll agree with that, but they still did a good job. You guys always make this a fun experience. You guys are awesome, awesome customers. Some days, Steven, it's a double. Most days, it's a home run. Today's a double. Still a solid job. We do love you guys.
I do want to clarify.
Yeah.
Disappointed in the amount of helmets I've seen.
Yes.
Not disappointed in the banter
Yeah.
or
The customers are
questions,
great.
the content, all that stuff is great.
But
But what I'm seeing here is not what I'm happy
Michael
about.
Jordan had 20-point games too, not just 30-point games, Steven.
But he never averaged below 20.
Right. The best customers in the business here at Ultimate Autographs. You guys are the absolute best. We'll see you guys tomorrow, every single day as well, 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m. Central Time on the Ultimate Autographs YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook channels. Have a great night, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.